fade in,
No, God!
fade in, fade in, fade in, fade in, fade in.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I am the type of Star Wars fan that doesn't even have a favorite movie. I just want to live in the universe of Star Wars continually, in perpetuity, forever. So when people are like, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? I'm like, there is no Star Wars movie. There is only Star Wars.
I'm gonna kill myself! I'm going to kill myself, and it's your fault!
The sequel movies were just the worst garbage ever. Last Jedi was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I wanted to leave the theater, but I was like, I can't. It's Star Wars. You know, I need to watch it. But man, was that bad.
I think that the thing that George never did was maintain the status quo. And I think that that's really important because...
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you!
When I read 8, I told Ryan, I fundamentally disagree with virtually everything you've decided about my character.
Who is this guy? How did the most optimistic, hopeful character in the galaxy turn into this hermit who says it's time for the Jedi to end? I read that and I said, what? I mean, that's not what a Jedi does. I mean, a Jedi is optimistic. A Jedi has tenacity. He never gives up. He doesn't secrete himself on an island. But you'll.
What's the best kind of firework to buy?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Where are your parents? Kid's sketchy. Back to you guys.
So they wanted us to keep going. That Star Wars girl said, keep going. Okay, so
Wait, what are we talking about?
I figured out how to monetize social justice warriors.
I have no love for He-Man.
I know, but I have no love for He-Man either, but he's got a place in the world, in a comic book story.
When I was a kid, I'd watch He-Man and Masters of the Universe when I got home from school. From 1981 to 82, it was a rich...
I'm kind of retarded.
To all of our Star Wars fans in China.
What's up, all my Ewok soldiers and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as the Star Wars Girl, and today I'm joined by my friend Steven, the artist, and we are going to be talking about She-Man, or She-Ma'am, and the Masters of the Universe. What's up, Steven? Are you ready for today?
What's up, Anna? How you doing?
You ready for this discussion on the He-Mans?
Yeah, I'm ready.
We got a lot to talk about today. But before we get into it, I wanted to do a little something. So for those of you that don't know, my dear friend Lethal Lightning, he has a secondary channel called Lethal Live. And YouTube are cunts. And so if he doesn't get to like 1,000 subscribers, or if you're starting off a channel and you don't reach 1,000 subscribers in a year, YouTube like takes away a big portion of your watch time. So my goal today, because he's at 704 subscribers, is to get his channel to 1,000 subscribers. This is his his backup live stream channel, but he has some really fun live streams where he interviews like porn stars, and I love his live streams. Sometimes I've been on them when I'm awake early enough to catch Australian time shows. So I'd highly recommend subbing to his channel. It would mean a lot. And the goal for today is to get him to 1,000 subscribers. And guys, to click the subscribe button, it's 100% free. So, maybe help me make it happen for my friend Lethal. But I just wanted to say that before we get into it. But we're going to be talking a lot today about the He-Man. We're going to do a little breakdown of the entire season, even though there's only 5 episodes, but we're going to go through every episode and have a little discussion about it. And the whole shit show, that's happened since the beginning, which me and Steven have been heavily involved in, following and chronicling all this. Steven, you've been getting a lot of shit on Twitter for the stuff that you've posted, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's just it just like for me as a fan of He-Man, like I grew up with it, and as an artist, it inspired me and it influences me still to this day in my art. And to see all, like it doesn't really matter that Kevin Smith isn't a fan if he does something that respects it, but it's like he clearly just like you get the feeling like he hates it.
Yeah.
He said before that like these rumors have been proven true, and like now we know like he didn't like He-Man, and you can tell from watching the show it's just like this is made for people who didn't like it, and they changed everything about it that made it special, and it's just infuriating.
Yeah, they really did, because the whole premise of it, which let me pull up, I have the tweets of all the situation. I did a video on this yesterday, guys, in case you missed it. But so originally how this shit show began, because if Kevin Smith honestly would have just not opened his mouth and started posting on Twitter, none of this would have happened. But Clownfish TV posted a tweet because, they do know people that work in the animation industry, and they'll give them some like heads up sometimes. And so what happened was their friends gave them a heads up, and lo and behold, Kevin Smith decided to respond. And so let me zoom in for you guys. So this is like the order of events, or the chain of events that happened. So they posted this. My understanding of Kevin Smith's He-Man series from alleged insider, Teela is a better He-Man than Adam, and he steps aside to let her and her girlfriend take over as hero duties. If true, this won't play well. And of course, Kevin responded. And now his whole thing is that, I technically didn't lie. And it's like, okay, well, yeah. Adam didn't step aside. He fucking died. So if anything, it's worse, right? But he's trying to get away with this on technicalities. Well, I technically didn't lie. Leo Slayer, thank you for the super chat. Herman, T-Man, Hela, He-Mam, Abby, Lahi, Karen. Those are all accurate descriptions of this show. But so this all happened, and then, a few months later in May, when Screen Rant did an article about it, Clownfish tweeted it, and then Kevin Smith responded. And it's like, Kevin, if you just shut your mouth, none of this would have happened. Like, you wouldn't have the big blowback with everyone going, hashtag Clownfish TV was right, because they were. I mean, my friend Itzagunum did a video on it, and he was talking about how it's like, Kevin Smith, you just elevated Clownfish TV to a whole nother level, because now people know that their sources are right, And it's not like sources that you just get from like 4chan and Reddit. It's like, no, they know actual people, because literally what they said, it was a little bit off. It was, because I'm sure that not everyone had access to, the actual events of the show. But this is literally what happened in a nutshell. He-Man steps aside by dying, right? Sacrificing himself. And then we are where we are.
In the first episode.
In the first fucking episode, Prince Adam dies, and we are left where we were. So what did you think, like, starting off the episode? Because a lot of people said like they were into it until the big thing happened, and then they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, the first episode is fine. It's not great, but it was cool to see. Like I've said before, like the art and the animation and everything in the show was great. The character designs, and at least in the first episode, were great. It was cool to see He-Man in action, but it's like he's in there for like 10 minutes, maybe, if that, and then they take him out, and then the second episode, it just completely everything shifts. The look of the show, the everything, and it's just like they got it right at first and then just destroyed it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen anyone else have this, or because I didn't even talk about this in my review of it, but I felt like they did a really good job at casting all of the male characters in the show. Like the voice actor for He-Man was actually really good. The voice, aside from Skeletor, I love Mark Hamill, but that was the Joker. Which, I mean, He sounds great as the Joker, but that wasn't Skeletor. And then, Cersei as Evelyn, I think was good casting. And the King was good. And then Davos as Duncan was good. And Orko was good too, even though that guy on the live stream, I was like, all right, you're kind of you're a little bit petty, dude. But all of the women, the voice acting was terrible. Like Teela, Sarah Michelle Gellar should have not voiced Teela. Even what drove me crazy, because when I was little and I was watching the show, I loved the sorceress. Like, absolutely loved her. And so hearing her voice, I'm just like, it just didn't fit, you know? Because you're supposed to have a magical voice, and she had a very, in the nicest way possible, a very basic bitch voice. And so it just drove me crazy. I'm trying to look up who was the voice of her. So it's Susan Eisenberg.
Yeah, she did the voice of Wonder Woman and all the Justice League cartoons. He got like a lot of the voice actors from Justice League is Wonder Woman.
Wait a second, she was great as Wonder Woman. Why did she suck as Sorceress? What? Now I'm even more disappointed now knowing that, because she sounded nothing like Wonder. Maybe I need to get my ears checked, but the whole time I was just cringing because I'm like, gosh, this sounds terrible. Sarah Michelle Gellar was the worst for me, which I'm like, I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but this is the wrong voice for Teela. It just, when you have a woman that's like she-whamming, what was it? Critical Drinker made this. She's more yoked than what's his face that played He-Man in the live action Masters of the Universe movie. It's like, Jesus. But oh my gosh, I was just, what are they doing? And so that was one of the things that really, really bothered me. And then I was actually surprised. I liked what's his face, the great grandfather. I'm totally blanking on everyone's names right now. The one that they did the race swap and they made him black.
King Grayskull.
Yes, King Grayskull. Yeah. I liked him. I was like, he's cool. I think they could have done it. They didn't have to race swap a character, but I mean, I thought he was good. I didn't have a problem with him. And the voice acting was good. He was a good character, but it sucks because all of the male characters, I was like, wow, I really like them. I'm really intrigued by them. But then they're overshadowed with all these cunts getting more screen time than them. And I'm like, God, what the fuck is going on, dude?
Yeah, the only like you said, like He-Man, I thought the voice was like pretty good. You know, he was good as Adam and as He-Man. But you know, Skeletor is like, yeah, I can't hear Skeletor. All I hear is the Joker. And the male voice that really stuck out to me that I didn't like was Merman, because it was like,
yeah, it's Batman.
It's like all I heard was Batman. I was like, what? I just started laughing. It's like, you know, sometimes a voice is just too iconic. You can't do that. Like, I get the joke. They had Skeletor and Merman there. It's like, yeah, it's Batman and the Joker, but it's just like, that was bad. That really was like, a lot of the voices were just like miscast in this, but
just, you know, like you said,
yeah, but yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar the most is just like,
well, it's just so out of place. It's like you hire, you know, a petite little woman with a very high squeaky voice to play this one woman that looks like she's been on roids and part of the Russian Olympic team for her entire adolescence. It's like, this doesn't really match.
Yeah. Well, I was, you know, because I was thinking when I heard, I don't know how what do you think about it, but I thought I forget her name, but the one who plays the sorceress, who was Wonder Woman, I think she would have been a better voice for Teela.
She would have. That would have fit more.
Yeah, I mean, because when you hear like you hear her talking in like the trailers and stuff, it's like you think of it sounds more like it would fit Teela, just the look and everything instead of the sorceress, and it's just like,
well, even when there was the trailers for it, I thought that was Teela.
Yeah,
like, you know, you'll never defeat him, Skeletor. I thought that was Teela.
Yeah, exactly. I did too. It's like, but then I think that one part where she screams, she's like, "For Eternia," like she doesn't hit the note. It's like,
It's like, Jesus. Let me read some of these super chats real fast. I want to try to stay on top of them today. Carbonite Dreamer, thank you for the super chat. It's just a TV show to sell toys. Who is he to dedicate what you're allowed to be emotionally invested, or dictate, excuse me, what you're allowed to be emotionally invested in? Yeah, he's not really one to talk. Like that I think is the biggest red herring here, is that he's lecturing all of us on, wow, I didn't know how big fans He-Man fans were, but somebody posted this, and I was trying to find it because I saved it, and of course I'm like, was this on Twitter? Was this on Facebook? Was this on Instagram? I can't remember where I had it, but it was, I guess he went off on somebody getting the source material wrong for like Batman or something, and it's like, but you're trying to lecture us because we're telling you fucked up He-Man? Like, give me a break, dude.
Yeah, Chief Eddie posted that on Twitter.
Okay. So you knew exactly.
Yeah.
Let me pull that up. Let's see. Dick Donardo, thank you. Just wanted to say congrats on 200K. And thank you. I'm actually really close to 202K now, and I'm just like looking at it, and I'm like, please don't freeze again. I hate it when it freezes. Let me see. I think I saw Leo Slayer. Thank you for the super chat. If it will load. If you go down the rabbit hole of synonyms for step aside, you will end up at a renounce or sacrifice. So yes, Kevin Smith lied, and hashtag Clownfish TV was right. 100%. Yeah, they were 100% right, and he owes them a huge apology. I should have added those into my intro of like him calling out Clownfish TV.
Did you hear his excuse for that? Why?
Did he do another video on it?
No, it was that live stream.
Oh, I think I posted the videos for it. Like I was screen recording it.
I think it was that one, the last one where he's blaming all the fans and stuff. And he's like, well, when this happened, he saw somebody say He-Man dies in the first episode.
Yes, I'll get the clips and play it.
Okay. Yeah. And he was like, oh, he freaked out. So like he commented on Clownfish because he wanted to distract from that or something like that. And I'm like,
it's so stupid.
Yeah.
Well, if anything, it's like, so that means you're even more of a fucking asshole, dude. Diano, thank you for the super sticker, and it is a thumbs up. Well, thank you for the little pair. I think it would be funnier if they made those into peach. Everyone knows why. Let me see. So the way I do things, like when I'm filming like a videos, I have, because you have all your tabs, and I open up a new window and I put all my tabs on one, and so I work on multiple videos at a time, so I end up having all of these windows with like 1,000 tabs on them, and I'm like, I pulled all of them up to have on one side for this. Okay, I think these are the tweets. Am I on the right Twitter? No. Okay, I guess I have to scroll through mine, but I'll play the clips for you guys because I was actually out of town when all of this was happening, so I watched the show when me and Peaches were driving up north because it was his grandfather's 83rd birthday. So we were up there. So I'm watching it on the long drive, and we're sitting in like LA traffic trying to get out of Southern California. And I'm just like, this traffic is more entertaining to me than this fucking show. And he's just sitting there, and I'm just cussing at the screen. I'm like, fuck. And he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, he's fucking up He-Man. And I think Peach is probably a bigger He-Man fan than I am, but even he was just like, why are they doing that? And I'm just like, babe, the rabbit hole I can take you down right now. We can still thank you for the super sticker. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but let me pull it up, and then I'm going to play the clip from Clownfish TV. It doesn't say what, it's a heart eyes. Well, thank you. I realized just now as I was looking at the screen, I didn't recognize the Wonder Woman voice actress, and I'm wearing a Wonder Woman fucking shirt.
Well, I just noticed when you said that.
I failed. All right, let me get this pulled up for you guys. So after the show premiered, Kevin Smith did a live stream, and so this is the voice of Orko. And so this live stream has been ratioed to hell. They also had the live chat turned off. I honestly don't think, personally, the way that this looked, it didn't seem like it was him running the live stream, because he's doing like a press conference, and he just had the live stream up for his channel. So I don't think having the live chat turned off was like to silence fans, in my opinion. I think it was just because he wouldn't be able to respond to them and stuff. So I think that's why it was. I mean, it could be damage control too, but just as somebody that does YouTube, I think that might have been why, because it was a press conference thing. And so they didn't want to get distracted by like a live chat and he's not controlling it. So it could be like spammed and stuff like that.
Right.
But this has been ratioed to high fucking heavens. But so I'm going to have to mute myself while this plays. But this is him addressing people calling him out and telling him to apologize to Clownfish TV. So I'm going to play this for everyone.
You know, have been saying you apologize to Clownfish. Clownfish was the operation that website and video show and stuff, whatever it is. And I'm not dismissing it. I have to be so fucking careful because anything I say, they're like, "You're attacking Clownfish," and I'm like, not at all. I've always been very fucking kind to Clownfish. But regardless, Clownfish, the people are saying you lied to Clownfish. You got to apologize, and I honestly fucking believe, with my heart, I put my child's life on it. None of those things I said are fucking lies. They're all factual shit. I will apologize for like leaning into it and tweeting and then hitting it again, tweeting again later on, simply to obfuscate from what I felt like was the thing I didn't want anyone to know. Same day that Clownfish's tweet goes up, there's some other tweet that said something to the effect, and again, we're spoiling the show, so hopefully everyone's seen it, that said something to the effect of, "I hear they kill Adam in episode 1. So right then and there, I'm like, Jesus Christ, we're like fucking months away from this thing coming out. If this out's like, oh man, that's going to suck. And not because I'm like, oh, they'll all hate me and shit for emasculating He-Man. More because like, I just didn't want to spoil what was a cool thing.
Not only that, I mean, they're putting the spoiler.
Let me
Oh,
finish.
yes,
Internet,
please,
remember?
please,
So,
yes, internet.
While I was sitting there going like, oh shit, they're going to start talking about this, over here is a conversation that I can address. Like, that's like where they're like, hey man, I hear He-Man steps aside, Teela, you know, has a girl, all the things I said. So I was like, I can answer this and maybe take attention away from this over here. And mercifully, that never got louder.
Yeah.
Like nobody ever knew. So that when the first episode played for people, they were surprised.
Yeah.
So I hope. I mean, some far too surprised and very vocal about it on Twitter. You know,
Alrighty. Well, so that was the tweet, or that was part of his live stream. And then guys, he followed up that, which I cut it off because I was like screen recording this on my phone to post on Twitter. He follows this up by this long drawn out defense of, well, guys, if I don't like a show, I just don't talk about it. So if you don't like something, just don't talk about it because it's making all of us more money. Right? And then he brings up the Streisand effect and all of this. It's like, don't you realize that by addressing Clownfish TV, you are the one that created the Streisand effect here? Like, he did this to himself, but then he's blaming us for it. It's ridiculous. So it is to 16,000 downvotes. Let me actually get this up in a new tab because I don't know if he turned off the comments yet for it. Because, let's see. Let's see. Oh my God, 17,000. Are the comments turned off? Okay, no, the comments are still. Oh, I'm not even sharing the right screen. Let me see. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this was that live stream, and this is up on his channel still. 17,000 dislikes.
Wow.
And there's over 9,650 comments. Holy shit. Yeah, here's the thing about YouTube. YouTube is kind of the fans' turf. And so if you are a fan and, you know, this is really the only place that your voice can really be heard, because even as much as YouTube censors, he even says it in this stream where he talks about Rotten Tomatoes and how they actually work and how, you know, places just don't really care about reviews that you leave on Rotten Tomatoes. So what's the point of it if it's all just kind of censored? Whereas on YouTube, even though they do censor, there are ways to find, you know, loopholes through the censorship. I mean, just look at Sketch Therapy. and how he is able to come up with, very, I think, very creative ways of saying "fuck you" to get past the YouTube little, I guess potty mouth filter. Which, I mean, I'm not really one to talk considering how much I curse. Cody Duffin, thank you for the super chat. Cryvin Smith released a DVD where he lambats Tim Burton as not understanding Batman. He doesn't shut his mouth. Oh, thank you for the super chat and reminding me. That's what I was actually looking for just now on Twitter. You said it was Chief Eddie that tweeted it?
Yeah.
Let me stop sharing while
It's
I go.
actually, I sent it to your inbox.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? Let me see. Did you send it? Oh, yes, you did. You did. This was a while ago. I was like, did you just send it? Volcanus Rex, if I had been, if this has been a Mortal Kombat series, we'd be calling it a fatality. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know anything about Mortal Kombat, so I don't get the joke there, but I can kind of understand it, even though I don't know anything. Okay, so this, what the hell? What just happened? So this is, so Chief Eddie tweeted this out. And so somebody posted this, I guess, on Facebook. Kevin Smith spent an evening recording a rant about how Tim Burton didn't understand the source material when he made Batman 1989. And then he released it on DVD. He literally made money shitting on someone for not understanding the source material. Then he worked on a new Masters of the Universe where people rightfully shat on him for not understanding the source material. Smith's response was, hey, if you don't like something, you should just shut up. The people who are critiquing you learned it from watching you. They watched you for 20 years shitting on people for not understanding or getting nerd culture. You made us, so don't expect the kid gloves now just because you're the one receiving the end of it, or on the receiving end of it. Very true. Rightfully said. Cool man. What's up, dude? Thank you for the super chat. Kevin will try to make it sound like he's confident, but the fact that he's been going on about it shows he's super insecure and scared. Good. He should be. Exactly. I mean, if they would have just done that live stream and they would have just sat back and been like, the guy playing Oracle, like, oh yeah, it was so fun. And like them talking about like why they chose to have Orca sacrificed in that way. But then they followed up with, oh, you guys know no one's ever really gone. And I was like, oh, so he comes back. Okay, well, now you guys just spoiled the next season.
Right.
Yeah,
they were panicking. You can tell. It's like they were doing damage control and then
hardcore. And it's like, well, it's not really that hard if you actually, because, I mean, he did lie. He 100% lied. And even though it's a technicality on, oh, well, nothing I said, everything I said was the fucking truth. It's like, well, I mean, if you want to get into word by word technicalities, it's like the glove didn't fit, thing. It's like, well, the glove didn't fit. It's like, well, that doesn't change the fact that you fucking did it, dumbass. I probably shouldn't say that. I don't want to die. I'm very much value my life. It's okay. The glove didn't fit. Yes, that was the verdict. Wink, wink. Please don't kill me. I like having it on my body. Guys, there's over 700 people watching. Please smash the like button, please, and thank you. I'd sincerely appreciate it. But yeah, it is. It's the glove didn't fit argument here. But this person is 100% right. I feel like I should tweet this at Kevin Smith and see if I get a response. But even like with the whole the clips that I played where he's saying that, oh, I was never a huge He-Man fan either, and then it shows like the little tweet of him saying he's never a He-Man fan, and then him following up with, oh yeah, I was a big He-Man fan, I watched it, and then he in a video where he's answering questions, he's just like, oh, people were complaining that I got the date wrong because I smoke a lot of weed, guys. It's like, that doesn't change the fact that you've said you were not a He-Man fan. Like, it's funny the things that he chooses to address, and he's thinking like, oh, well, I already addressed that. It's like, no. You addressed one part of the time. You will address the smallest part of the bigger issue. Like, don't even give me that, dude. G Virus 00, thank you for super chat. Why is it that woke SJWs like to delude themselves into believing that empowering women means they need to have all the worst human traits? because they don't know anything about women. That is what blows my mind the most. G Virus, thank you for another super chat. Also, if he was really a comic book fan, then he should have known the true meaning and importance about keeping a secret identity. Exactly. And so this is what I said in my review, which I thought was kind of clever, Steven, because I'm not funny. But I said if she spent less time at the gym lifting weights and drinking shakes, she could have used her mind to figure it out. But I thought that was clever because it's like let me see if I can find your image of it. Let's see. Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
my DMs.
I mean, He-Man. He-Man is basically, it's like Superman, you know. It's like people don't think of it that way, but He-Man is a superhero. You know, he's a kid. He's got a secret identity, and he transforms. He's like, he's like a cross between like Superman and Shazam, and like, Teela is like the Lois Lane character, you know. And to have her, like, to have this whole show be about her finding out a secret and just like becoming this whole different character, like just she's hateful and spiteful and just petty and just making it all about herself. It's a really weird decision. I don't understand why he took it that way.
So even here, so this is for those that don't know, my friend Steven. So Steven is an artist, like it says in his name. So he has done redesigns. I do really shitty redesigns because I'm like, you guys aren't paying me. I'm not spending more than 10 minutes on this. And which pisses them off because I feel like my shitty like little scribble gets the point across, and that really pisses them off. But then Steven goes the extra mile and he makes sure it's polished and looks good. And I'm over here like, I ain't got time for that shit.
Right.
But so this was your design, or like your level up for Teela versus theirs. It's like, well, at least yours looks like a fucking woman, right? And I mean, so yours actually, well, she looks older. She looks like she's in her 30s, but you actually kept it true to like what she looked like. Like for whatever reason, all of the women in He-Man, they had like these intense arching eyebrows.
Yeah, the little
right?
the pencil liner eyebrow.
Yeah, it was the style back then, and
right.
It was probably easier to like animate and to like make into a toy, so I understand. But this actually looks like her, and it's like, yes, she's still buff, but she's also feminine, just like Ramirez in Aliens, right? You can still have like a yoked woman, but okay, I'm blow Hollywood's mind. Just because you go to the gym and you lift weights, that doesn't make your chest disappear. Like that doesn't change your female anatomy. That doesn't change the size of your waist. If anything, it's going to make your waist smaller the more you work out. Because guess what? There's not really muscle right there. It kind of just like goes in. You're going to get muscle up here and below it, but that's just going to, emphasize the smallest. Oh, Vasquez, excuse me. Thank you. I was thinking of a different movie. But I was thinking.
Oh, Vasquez, yeah.
Yes. I don't. Why did I say Ramirez? What movie am I thinking of?
Ramirez.
When they're like Ramirez, it's like the bad guy saying Ramirez. What movie is that from?
Dang, I don't know. It sounds familiar, and I can't.
I'm getting my 80s movies mixed up. But yes, Vasquez. Thank you, Spike and Madness. But so yeah, the more you work out, it's just gonna make your waist smaller. I mean, go look at every single female bodybuilder. You get muscle up here, and you get muscle down here. There's not really much. Heck, even if you go look at Pocahontas is known as like the most realistic Disney animated movie as far as like the way that they're actually drawn and animated. And so when Glenn Keane was designing her, he gave her broader shoulders, but to keep that femininity, he gave her a very small waist. And you did the same thing here, where it's like, I'm not distracted by the muscles. She still looks like a woman. And yes, when you have armor and stuff, it is nice when it is made to fit a certain area of your body, because when you get shit like this, it's going to like chafe and stuff, and you got all that extra space. It's not comfortable.
Right.
But
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I don't know, but they just, I mean, they're just so.
Thank you, Highlander. Like, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I see a character design like this, and I just see that somebody who really hated like Teela and hated, she's too much, because I hear you hear that complaint a lot. It's like, He-Man and She-Ra, like the character designs for the females, they were too much like Barbie dolls or too much like models or something. And it's like, this is like so like trying to make it gender neutral, kind of just take away all, and it's insulting because it's like, if you're a woman, they're basically saying that you're only worth something if you look and act like a man.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
exactly.
so,
and it drives me crazy because they think that this is empowering to women, but it's like, okay, I know it's like a red herring in Hollywood, but there's a reason why the Kardashians are as famous as they are, because sadly enough to say it, they're offering what Hollywood isn't offering, which is stuff that women are actually interested in. We like going shopping. I know, sexism. Oh my God, women shop. It's like, ask any fucking dude that's been around women long enough. What is something that a woman likes to do? We like to go fucking shopping. We like to get our hair done. We like to get our nails done. We like to do our makeup, and we like to talk to other girls about doing our makeup. We like to talk about boys on top of all the other things that we like to do. If I go up to any woman in the mall or in Target or in the supermarket, I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, I can stand there and have a full-on conversation with her about any of the things that I just listed versus the gym, or maybe some women with the gym because losing weight and whatnot. I can't talk. I couldn't go into Target and have a full-on conversation with a woman about He-Man, right?
Right.
That's 1 time out of 10 maybe I will be able to. But I can go into any Target or any store and go and have a full-on conversation about my hair, nails, makeup, shopping with a woman. And if you want to say that that's sexist, it's like, it's not. That's something that we're actually interested in. Just like, sorry, this will be, I guess the male version next one. I know if something is wrong with my car, I can go ask any guy, and he's probably going to have a better idea of how to fix it than a woman will. Sorry to say that, but and I know that's totally stereotypical, but when I have a problem with my truck, I'm not going to call my best friend Sav. I'm going to call my dad,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to call my dad before I call my mom if I'm having car troubles. That's just how it goes. And they are so afraid of that because they want to break the stereotypes, which you can break the stereotypes. Teela did break the stereotype back in the fucking 80s.
Yeah, that's what they always miss is like, like these characters, they were already like groundbreaking at the time. So you didn't have to reinvent them.
Well, what's really frustrating is the fact that they aren't capable of creating something unique on their own. They say that they want to do something iconic like this, but then nothing they create is good, and they know that, so they just go back to already existing IPs to try to capitalize on that for their own benefit. And it's like, no, you guys aren't creative. You're actually shitting on people that actually were. And it blows my mind. Let me read the super chat. Gene the Machine, thank you for the super chat. If Teela gets mad over Adam's secret identity, imagine Teela learning the sorceress' parental identity, or will she give the sorceress a free pass? Oh, sorceress is going to get a free pass because that's her mom. Spoiler alert. Oh, excuse me. Cool, man. Thank you for the super chat, dude. Classic Teela was fantastic. She was strong, beautiful, competent as the captain of the guard and Adam's bodyguard, and has a fleshed out backstory. Exactly. And you know what's funny is they try to use that episode where they, tell Teela's origin story as an excuse for why she's like this. It's like, no, if anything, that shows that you guys did do some of your research and you decided to say, well, fuck that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's even more insulting that way. Mr. Bentham, thank you for the super chat. They really want that haircut to work as well. LOL. Yeah. Here's my thing. If you want this haircut to work, first off, not very many women can pull off short hair, right? That there are women that can. Personally, I think Ruby Rose looks much better with short hair than she does with long hair. I think Miley Cyrus looks a lot better with short hair than she does long hair. And you know why it works on Miley Cyrus and why it works on Ruby Rose? Because they have very feminine faces. And so because they have very feminine faces, they don't need long hair to compensate for their lack of femininity, right?
Hmm.
Their faces so, and also they both have round faces. So Miley Cyrus, I never thought she was like heavy or like chubby, but because she has she has a very round face, like she's got some big cheeks, right? Which is fine. But when Miley did the whole bleaching her hair and shaving the sides and having the Justin Bieber haircut, I think she looks better like that because it slimmed her out because she has such a round face. And so personally, I think the haircut worked. I can't do a haircut like that. My mom tried. I had Spock's haircut for years. It just does not look right on my face. I do not have the facial structure to pull off short hair. But even my friend Jessie can rock short hair. Not very many women can do it. And I mean, heck, even I feel like your design, if you gave her that, it would still look good. She might look a little Karen-ish because of the eyebrows.
Right.
But I think she could work it better than this because this is a dude.
Yeah. Yeah. In every way. It's just like they really, and that's another thing, you know, it's like Kevin Smith talking about how, oh, we're not changing any of the character designs. And it's like, you completely changed them. Like, you know, just another lie he said.
Mm-hmm. No, President. Is that President? Thank you for the super chat. Teela looks like Doyle Blackwell from The Secret Saturdays. I don't know who that is. I'm going to have to Google that. Thank you for the super chat. Deep Sixer 1970. Thank you for the super chat, even though you didn't say anything. Oh my gosh, thank you. Also, guys, there's over 800 people watching. Please smash the like button, please, and thank you. Also, guys, if you wouldn't mind, I'm trying to help my friend Lethal Lightning get his live channel up to 1,000 subscribers. I'm posting the link in the chat right now. Subscribing to a channel is 100% free, and it takes like almost no time. He makes great content, and his live streams are absolutely hilarious. I've been able to, you know, have the honor of being a guest a few times when I'm awake for Australia time. So right now he is at 704 subscribers. If any of you guys, the 962 people that are watching, if any of you guys could go over, smash the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, that would be really freaking awesome. We're trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers. Again, to click the subscribe button is absolutely free. Takes almost no time. Just click the link that I posted in the chat and go hit the subscribe button. He's awesome. He interviews porn stars. And not just any porn stars, the porn stars that did a better job on the Marvel parodies that did a better job as Marvel characters than actual professional Hollywood actresses. They interviewed oh my gosh, I think her name is Kinsey. I'm blanking on her last name, who played Captain Marvel in the porn parody. They've interviewed Axel, who is the director of these Marvel porn parodies. And so if you guys want to go see those, here is the link. It's in the chat. Go over and sub to Lethal Lightning's live channel so that way you can catch all of his past live streams. Let's see what we are at. All right, we're at 704. Whoa, 781. Thank you so much, guys. We are so close to getting him to 800. Hopefully we can get him up to 1,000. That would be awesome. Dan Poirier, thank you for the super chat. Eva Lynn was at best in Alliance of Convenience with Skeletor. She betrayed him like 4 times during the 130 something episode. She was never inferior to him. I know. Thank you for the super chat. They made it as if like she was his like long or like that. I got the impression that she loved him like romantically. You know, in this one. And I think Cersei did a great job. Out of all of the like women voice actresses, she did the best job. And the mom did a good job too. But that I think was like perfect casting. I just thought it was funny that they got like her and Davos. It's like, hey, you guys are screwed over in Game of Thrones. Come over here. Davos, we're going to screw you over again. Dan Gianninosi, I apologize for butchering your last name. In the episode Teela's Quest, Man-at-Arms implies that he knows who Teela's mother is, but it's not his secret to tell. Teela is understanding of it. Isn't it funny when you actually watch the show, how you learn these things? And, you know, it could have been, because if they would have done a big reveal where Teela was like, when she goes and sees Adam in heaven, because in the first episode, that's when Adam dies, sacrificing himself to save everyone. The second episode is Teela and her girlfriend as mercenary heroes, and they run into Evelyn, and they find out that they have to go on the quest to find both parts of the sword that broke in the first episode, and so they have to team up with Evelyn to go do that. They need to go get, in the third episode, they need to go get Man-at-Arms because he's going to forge the sword together. That's when they see Orko is like a sick, child dying, and they get Roboto to come with them. And then the fourth episode is when they go to hell. Fifth episode, and get the part of the sword. Fifth episode is when they go to heaven and run into Adam. And when they're there, when Teela is like really mad at him, if she would have just said like something like, I'm irrationally mad, but I'm, mad because I thought like, I loved you and I wish you would have told me. And, it's irrational, but this is the way that I feel.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a little bit more understanding, because she's like, well, you could trust all these other people, but why couldn't you trust me? Right. And it's because I could see it as a friend, but friends will forgive each other for keeping secrets from each other. If it's for a good enough reason, if it makes logical sense, yeah, you'll be upset for a little bit, but not for years. If she was like, I loved you and I can't believe you didn't tell me, that's a little bit more understanding, because love makes you irrational at times. But they didn't do that because they wanted to go the whole queer baiting route. Did you get that impression?
Yeah, for sure. It just, it's pretty obvious no matter how much they deny it. But it's like you said, it's baiting, because they don't come out and say it, but it's like they put every indication they can, right down to the character design and everything else. It's just like, because you got these two women, and they both have this masculine kind of look to their design as far as the way they dress. It's not done by accident.
Yeah, just a freaking tad. But it's just it was such a letdown, because there was things about it that really drove me crazy, because I'm like, this could be so good. Because if you just look at the animation and then all of the talent they got behind it,
yeah,
it's like you had all of the right parts, but maybe it's like somebody that's just learning how to like bake, and you're baking a cake, you get everything right, all of the ingredients, you get everything right, you put it in, and you just left it in too long, way too long, and it comes out and it's like a burned little crisp. And so they decided to put frosting over it and say it's not burned, it's fine. That's what I feel this entire show is like. Hey Anna, my super chat message didn't show up. Oh shit. Maybe you said something that YouTube censored. If you want a Deep Sixer, put it in the chat and I'll highlight it. I'll keep an eye on it. I'm sorry about that. That's stupid. YouTube sucks sometimes. I like this. Bye, nerds, you suck. It's okay. Okay. I've been hearing that from normies since the beginning of my fucking life.
Right.
What else? What else can you do? Or the cake is a lie. Oh yeah, it's one of those. You know what it's kind of like? Have you seen those dog treats where it's like it's a treat, but in the middle there's space for you to like put the medicine in when you need to give your dogs. Yeah. I'm like, that's what you did. You're trying to trick us. This isn't a treat. This is fucking medicine. I'm not falling for it, you fucker. Let me see. Did Sixer post his super chat in there? What did you think of everything with Man-at-Arms?
It was just like the first episode didn't make any sense to me, the way Randor was treating him, and just degrading him. And then it's just like, why does the male character always have to be like disgraced in some way like this? It's like, it's just like you kill He-Man and then you make Man-at-Arms into Jake Skywalker, and it's like, and it didn't make any sense. It didn't mesh with like the original cartoon, or you know what I mean? Like all the characters were just like off. It's like, I don't, and you get the feeling that it's just made by people who didn't really, they weren't fans of the original, or they didn't understand it.
Yeah,
so they get everything wrong.
I feel like they knew what they wanted to do first. Like they had this whole idea of what if He-Man, because that's the way Kevin Smith really pitches it. He's like, I'm going to do something the original show was too afraid to do or didn't do, which was, you know, obviously kill He-Man and kill characters, but of course they're going to come back. But so that was his goal first. I want to do X, Y, and Z, and how do I use these things to do X, Y, and Z? And and so it didn't, because they're trying to, you know, use nostalgia and this love that people have. And it's funny because so many people I've seen going, I didn't know that the He-Man fandom was so big. It's like, well, no fucking shit. You're taking something that everyone watched when they were kids, and when you're a kid and you're like, that is your shit to watch, you know it like the back of your fucking hand, right? It'd be like, for me, when I was a kid, I watched Rugrats. It'd be like all of a sudden Chucky is right-handed. It's like, no. Chucky is left-handed. That's I know that's still, there's the lefty store. Like it's a, like, you know, a little token store, but they made a fucking store chain off of the episode of Rugrats where they find out that Chucky is left-handed, not right-handed. And so it's like, I'm going to remember that because that was like a big part of my life when I was a child. And just like, you know, certain aspects of He-Man were a big part of my life when I was a child. So when people say, oh, well, you know, I didn't know that the fan base was this big. It's like, when you're 5 and you maybe, you know, 3 things, you know, about culture and whatnot, and He-Man is one of them. Yeah, that's going to stick with you throughout your life. And so when you're an older person, you know, an adult and stuff, and shit's going bad. Yes, we're all trapped inside. We're going back into another fucking lockdown. If you're not happy with life, work, relationships, family issues, it's when you see something like this and it's like, wow, I actually know something about this and it's in pop culture. Yeah, people are going to be very, very vocal because it's Jake Skywalker. I mean, people weren't as vocal about Star Trek 2009 like I was, because I was, you know, well, not online. I was, you know, with all my friends. I'm like, fuck this shit. And all of them are like, Anna, we've never watched Star Trek. It looks good. And I was like, fuck. And then Star Wars, same thing. It's like you're ruining people's childhood. And when not all of us have had great lives, I know everyone has a past. Everyone has had issues. And a majority of it happens when you're younger, because that's when you're the most impressionable. You're going to remember that stuff. You're going to hold on to the stuff that made you happy, like Star Wars, like He-Man. And so as an adult, when you see the, like, some of the good memories from your childhood getting fucked up, you're going to be fucking pissed about it. So people getting upset because people are pissed. I didn't know that He-Man had such a big fan base. It's like, well, keep fucking ruining shit that people liked when they were kids, and you're going to find out how big a fan bases certain IPs had.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this stuff, it's like He-Man, the fan base is pretty much every kid who grew up in the 80s and the 90s. It's like, even if they're not like diehard fans right now, where it's like, oh, they go to conventions and buy toys and stuff like that. It's like they remember He-Man. So if they hear, oh, Netflix is making a new He-Man show, guess what? They're fans again. They're gonna want to see it, and yeah, they're gonna be mad if you mess it up. They're gonna remember, and that's what's happening right now. And it's like, it all stems from, this is what happens when you get people who weren't fans to run this show, and you think, oh, we'll just, I don't know. It's like Kevin Smith is just like this poster boy for like this corporate nerd type, nerd for hire. And it's just like, why would you pick him of all people to head up your
He is the token nerd. That's what I think the big issue is that Hollywood is a lot smaller than people think. And the reason why people still have jobs is because everyone is friends with each other. It's like, they're not going to fire their friend because, they're having, I don't know, lunch with them the next day. They're working with them. And so when you have all these people, or let's say Hollywood is maybe made up of like 100 people that are actually in positions of power. Okay. So those 100 people, they all know each other. Every single event, all of them are there. And so Kevin, out of all of them, is known as, he's the nerdy guy. It's like, oh, what's this IP? Guy. Oh, He-Man? Oh, well, Kevin's the nerd. Like, let's just give it to Kevin, right? It's like somebody saying, oh, well, out of all of my friends, all of the people that know me, they're like, oh, Anna's a nerd. Let's give her Doctor Who. And I'm like, I've maybe seen like 4 episodes of Doctor Who, if that, and they were all different doctors. I know the bare minimum of Doctor Who. And that's just because I didn't have access to it, and I only got to see a few episodes, like when we were traveling and there'd be an episode on Sci-Fi in the hotel, and I'd watch it with my dad, and my dad would kind of be explaining it to me a little bit. But it's like, that would be the equivalent. But me, I would go back and I would watch all of it and, you know, see what any kind of, like, if there's comics or, I don't know, spin-offs, I would go and look into all of that before I went and did a show or write something. Even if I was under a time constraint, I would make that part of the contract, is that I need the right amount of time. Like, you need to give me a certain amount of time to go back and watch everything at least twice, because I have to watch everything first, and then I have to rewatch everything, so that way I know what I know of everything, so that way I can get it. And then, I know this is silly, but if you really want to know what people want, go on to fan fiction sites and see which fan fictions are the most popular. You know, if it's, yes, I know there's going to be the shipping and all of that, so you see which one. Me personally, I'm just like, whatever was in the show, I'll go off of that, and maybe there's some stuff to read into. But it's like, did they really want a story more with this doctor versus this doctor, or was that death not as impactful? And also, the fans are the ones that pay attention to plot holes, and so go and read the forums and see where all the plot holes were and see if you can fix it in a way that's still respectful. Let me read some of these super chats. Paulapoon, thank you, super chat. When Teela learned Sorceress's giant secret of being mom, she didn't have a meltdown, and that was a secret concerning herself, plus no grieving parents. Yeah, they turned her into a narcissistic cunt, which I said, and I didn't know it was so controversial to say the word cunt, because I feel like I say it every day. I really pissed off some people. They're like, I was like, I don't know, she's a fucking cunt. There's no other better word to describe her. Stephen Mills, thank you for the super chat. The fact that Kevin says he's a nerd but takes offense when we hated his take on He-Man when he has destroyed it. Well, that's the thing, is he's too ignorant to the fact that he doesn't realize he destroyed it, because he's not a fan of it. So he thinks what he did was okay. Right? I'm sure he went back and watched the show, but he wasn't watching it as, let me understand the show. He was watching it from a perspective of, how can I use these aspects of the show for my own benefit?
Right.
You know? Okay, let me see. I think I missed a few super chats, so I apologize, guys. Let me go back and try to grab them. But is there anything you wanted to play off of that?
Yeah, I mean, like, if I did this show, if you wanted to do a show that focused more on Teela, or just focused on, you know, her discovering Adam's secret, it's like, you could do that and still have him in the show. You know, it's like, there was no reason to kill him off. You could have them in the show. And I was talking about this earlier. You can have him in the show. She learns his secret, and then the whole part 1 is them on some quest, just like she's in this one, and dealing with that. You know, show their relationship with that, and then build up to He-Man making a sacrifice at the end of part 1. You know, like a noble sacrifice. Have it make sense. Have it be meaningful. And you do that, and then in part 2, if you want to focus more on Teela and like becoming the sorceress, so she can gain the power to bring He-Man back, that would make sense, and nobody would be mad about it. And it's like, this is like what happened. It's the same thing with Star Wars. It's like, when you have an agenda first, like you said, you have an idea that you want to go with, and you go from there, you screw everything up. And especially when you don't understand the fandom, and you don't understand, you know, how much it means to people. How do you think? I mean, it's mind-boggling to me how anybody could think, oh, let's kill off He-Man in the first episode, and it'll be so great, it'll be so cool. You know, what a twist. It's like, no, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants
It's funny when he's like comparing He-Man's sacrifice to Jesus, and I'm like,
oh,
no, he did the thing that he would do. Like, that's what he would do. And people aren't upset about him making the sacrifice because that's in character for him. People are upset at the way that Teela handled the situation.
Right.
It's one thing for the king to overreact because that was his fucking kid. And trust me, when people are reacting to something as traumatic as that, people say a lot of shit out of anger. right? Okay, but Teela, if she would have just had her little bitch fit and then calmed down later and apologized, it'd be like, okay, that's a little bit more understanding. She overreacted in the heat of the moment, and that's why she acted out of character, because it was just that emotion blow up. But the way that she just kept going down that path, it's like, okay, Teela, you used to be smart, but the way that you're acting just shows you're fucking stupid.
I mean, that moment, I think, is when it really turned for me, because at first, you know what I thought? At first, I thought she was about to get upset because of how the king was talking to Man-at-Arms. You know, I thought she was gonna go, "Oh, how dare you talk?" You know, like I thought she was getting upset on behalf of her father, but then no, she just turned it into it's all about me. You know, and it's just like it's so I don't understand how somebody could write that and think that's like good storytelling.
Well,
Like what?
It blows my mind because she's mad that nobody told her. The fucking dad didn't even know. Like, it's like, chick, why? He didn't even tell his fucking father. Are you that self-fucking-centered that you're upset that he didn't tell you? His dad didn't know. I think his dad probably had more of a right to know than she did, but does she care about that? No.
No, and it's like, you know, she's not the only one who didn't know. Most of the characters, most of the masters of the universe didn't know. So it's like, why are you so overreacting to it? And I get what they're trying to do. It's like, oh, well, I think in the last episode, she said something about, well, she was mourning. She didn't know who to mourn, Adam or He-Man. And this is like, you know, just trying to justify this silly decision.
Both. You mourn fucking both.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that hard of a concept.
Yeah.
At least I don't think it is. Let me catch these super chats. Dan Gianosavi, thank you for the super chat. Even Jesus didn't die twice. Would him technically, like, going back after he's resurrected, would that count as dying? I don't know.
For He-Man or Jesus?
For Jesus. Exactly, yeah. Well, I thought it was 4. I was actually going to make that point. Like, in the beginning, they like show the art, and it's just like whatchamacallit, well, not map paintings, but it's just like, this is Castle Grayskull, this is Snake Mountain, this is Eternia, and they're like, these are his friends that know his secret. The Sorcerer's Man-at-Arms, Orko, and Cringer, so it's 4. Because Cringer turns in to Battle Cat, obviously. Yeah. And like the mom like always kind of knew, but it was like never confirmed. Well, we all knew that she knew, but like I don't think the other characters knew that she knew, or maybe they did and they just didn't say anything. But exactly, they established that, and so she's just. Also, it's like, if you spent less time at the fucking gym and drinking, your little protein shakes, maybe you could have used your fucking brain to figure it out. It's not his fault that you're fucking stupid. That's the point I made, I think, over and over again in my video. It's like, if you weren't fucking stupid, you would have figured it out. So I have no sympathy for you. Also, guys, there's over 800 people watching. Please smash the like button, please, and thank you. We are really close to 800 likes, and I would like to get there. So please smash the like button. And let me catch up on some of these super chats. T.S. Anakio, thank you for super chat. Gila, Lesbos of the universe. Yeah. Okay, Dan, thank you for the super chat. Evelyn was at best in an alliance of convenience with. Oh, I think I read that one. Okay, I read that one. Okay, sorry guys, I'm trying to make sure I get all of these. Joe Josen, thank you for super chat. Sad that they just destroy instead of creating good stuff. Aren't Netflix creating a new Pokemon series? I'm quitting Netflix forever if it's as bad. I didn't know about that, but geez. Stephen Mills, thank you for super chat. I haven't watched He-Man since I was 8, and Kevin Smith and Netflix have ruined my childhood. See, that's the point. It's like, there's not a lot of good things going on in this world, especially once you're not a kid anymore and you have to deal with real life. So that's why entertainment is supposed to be escapism, not preaching. If you want to watch preaching, you turn on certain TV channels that will give that to you. But if you want to just escape from reality for a little bit and be entertained, that's what the entertainment industry is supposed to do. But instead, they're like, no, let's shove this down your face. And there's a way to do that. and be smart about it. And I see a lot of wokies go, well, Star Trek was always woke. It's like, no. What Gene Roddenberry did was he had things that he wanted, and this has been since the beginning of time. It's where you use a story to teach a lesson. And so, go look at, since somebody brought up Jesus, go look at the Old Testament. Go look at all of these lessons that you learn through these stories. Heck, even go look at The Boy That Cried Wolf, right? That's a made up story, but it teaches you a lesson. It teaches you not to lie, because once people know you're a liar, they're not going to believe you when you're actually telling the truth. And so,
right.
With Star Trek, he did want to get these messages. It was his idea of how to teach lessons, but do it in a way that everyone could understand it. And so he wanted this idealized universe of this is what humanity could eventually accomplish. And this is what it would be like for humans to all interact, Russians and Americans. What was going on when he was doing that? Oh yeah, the Cold fucking War.
Right.
Having a hora up on the bridge. Women are equal to men. Okay. And it doesn't matter what color your skin is. Having an alien on the ship doesn't matter what species you are, treat everyone with respect. Then you have when humans and, the United Federation of Planets interact with other aliens and they're not up to what it's like to be humans. Okay. Well, then that shows people that are simple-minded in our real life how ignorant they actually are. And so it teaches that to the ignorant people that maybe are racist, that are sexist, that have issues with, people that are different than them, like aliens and stuff like that. He used these storytelling tactics to teach a lesson. And so it's not woke, it's just genuine, right?
Right. Yeah. These people, I hear that all the time. Every time you criticize something, it was always somebody told me the other day, oh, He-Man was always woke. And it's like, no, you don't understand. Like, there's a difference between having themes versus preaching.
Yes.
People can tell when you're just using something to preach a message at somebody, to lecture people on something.
Exactly.
That's what woke means. It doesn't, it's like, it was the opposite of woke back then. Back then, it was just, it was, like you said, it was teaching a lesson, but it wasn't preaching at people. It wasn't being hit over the head, with this, like I said, just using something that's popular to push your agenda. That's what woke is.
And taking something that's already established by somebody else and using it, right? So it's one thing to, hey, I want to tell a story about, I don't know, sexism. Okay, you can do a story about sexism. Guess what? They did a movie about that. It's called Silence of the Lambs, right? Okay, so yes, there's big sexist themes in that because Clarice is incredibly intelligent, but she's a woman working in a man's world. They established that right off the beginning, and they had Harris's fantastic novel to go off of. But when she's running and doing her training, she goes into the elevator and she's tiny little petite, but she's surrounded by all men. Even later on when they go to look at one of the body, and oh my god, why am I blanking on his name? I've read this book like 100 times. I always blank on people's names when I'm talking about them. Jack. What the fuck is Jack's name?
I don't know.
Gordon, no, I was going to say Commissioner Gordon. I'm like, no, fuck. I don't know. I blank on everyone's names when I start talking about it. But even when, she makes a point of saying, hey, because he just wanted to get the guys to get out of there. So he tried to stoop down to their level, which is like a woman probably shouldn't be here. So he does. And she's like, it's not Crinler. No, yes. No, not Hannibal, her fucking boss. Why am I blanking on his name? I've read this book like 100 times. This is my favorite movie. How am I blanking? Yes, Crawford. Yes. Okay. Oh my God. I always get the names mixed up. Sorry, guys. Brain fart moment. Yeah, well, and she even makes a point of they play it up more in the movie that he's into her, because in the book it's just it's his thought of if he was younger, this is the type of woman that he would be interested in, and he respects her, but it's literally just a passing thought. It's not an actual romantic interest. Anna has word issues. I really do. I have brain farts all the time. And it always happens when I'm live or when I'm recording a video. And then the second I'm done, I'm like, I remember everything I wanted to say. And I'm like, fuck my life. But I mean, that movie does a really good job because she does the thing that no other man can do. Mulan, right? Oh, well, that's not really about sexism. That's just about the way things were done back then and like the standards back then. But I mean, there's a way to address those by still doing an interesting story and not preaching about it. You go into Mulan knowing this is about a girl that wants to save her father, and she does what she has to be able to accomplish that. Same thing with Clarice, right? She's just, and I feel like you could do the same thing about a man trying to do that in like a woman's world. Look at Mrs. Doubtfire.
Right.
You know, Robin Williams wants to be with his kids, but he's not, you know, the responsible parent. And so he has to learn how to do all the responsible stuff and not just be the fun parent. And so take two things, but just do the opposite of it. But then they're like, no, that's sexist because that's stereotypical. It's like they're stereotypes out there because they're real. That's why they stick. And people are just too sensitive about that. Let me read this. Stephen Mills, thank you for that. Even the original TV series ended every episode with a lesson. We need a different ram man to ram it down our throat. Oh, we didn't need a ram. Yes, thank you. Sorry, I totally butchered that. See, I'm not... Dyslexia does not help me. White chicks. Exactly. Oh, my God. I love white chicks, and I feel like people forgot about that. I posted this on Twitter, but it was the scene where they're in the car and they're, like, rapping, and then they pause it because, you know, the guys, they... in the song it says like the N-word and they're like, I can't believe you just said that. And they're like, said what? Like the N-word. And I'm like, so like nobody's fucking around, you know? And so it's then they all start singing and having fun. It's like those are two black guys okay with a bunch of like, you know, rich white girls saying it, just having fun. And so it's like that movie would have not been able to be made today.
Yeah, there's a few movies like that wouldn't they couldn't make today.
What's up, Flash? How are you, dude? Thanks for popping on my live stream yesterday. They're on Flash's channel on Saturday. They're going to be covering I Am Not Starfire. The thriller that it is. Have you seen the images that people have been posting of the book?
Yeah, I have. Oh man, it's just so much not, and you know, it reminds me of this. It's like it feels like there's just like this minority of people who have these ideas who all the big corporations are listening to. It's like, oh, we got to do it like this. We have to appeal to this crowd. And it's like, no, it's like most women don't want this.
Yeah,
You're not appealing to most women. You're appealing to like a small minority that you think is a majority. And it's everywhere. It's He-Man, you know, comics, it's movies,
well, this is what I was saying earlier. It's like Hollywood is made up of maybe 100 people, and they all just are in an echo chamber sniffing each other's farts, and they all think that their shit doesn't stink. And everyone outside of that bubble is like, no, y'all are fucking insane. That shit smells like shit. And that's what you're producing for all of us. I watched a movie last night that I'm actually going to do a review on. My boyfriend just turned on this like Russian film, and I don't think he knew it was a Russian film. It just sometimes it's like I hate it when he picks movies because he'll pick whatever is recommended. And sometimes they are the worst movies that you will ever see. And I'm like, babe, please just pick a good movie. But he picked one and he just turned it on. And so I missed the beginning of it because it was already on. And it was Russian, but it was about, well, first off, you don't even know what the fuck is going on for the first half of the movie. And it's like, are they getting invaded? Because all of a sudden, everyone's just living their normal lives. And then all of a sudden, there's this blackout everywhere in the world except for Moscow. And I was like, well, how do their cell phones still work? How does the TV still work? If like, because I'm assuming their satellites got knocked out, but everywhere else in the world except for this little area around Moscow lost all power. And everyone outside of this circle, I guess, lost free will. So they're not zombies, but they're crazy. But they pretend to be normal. But you don't find that out till like an hour in. Because first off, you're like, is this a zombie movie or is this like an alien movie? Like, what happened? Because there's some kind of apocalypse. So everyone within this circle is safe. and they're trying to figure out what's going on. Then you find out halfway through it is an alien movie. And so there's 2 aliens on Earth, and they can control all the people outside of this, I guess they're in the quarantine section. Everyone outside of this circle, they lost their free will, so one alien is controlling all of them. And then you find out, which I'm totally spoiling this movie, but one of the aliens is good, the other one is bad. The bad one is controlling everyone and using, because they want to kill everyone that didn't lose their free will. And so one of the aliens contacts them, because then all of a sudden they're talking about superheroes. And we're like, wait, this is a superhero movie? And I think that the translation really got fucked up because, which I thought it was funny. I'm like, this is a Russian movie. The person that's in charge of the Russian military is a woman. You know, she's in maybe, you know, late 40s, early 50s. She's a ginger, which I was like, she has no soul. That's why she survived. But it's like, some of the main characters in the show are women, and out of the 3 people that survive, it's a guy and 2 chicks. So I'm like, they're already clicking the boxes, but they're all Russian, so they're all, you know, white as hell. But the alien explains that, which is, it's a really good concept, is that their star is dying, so they needed to find a new planet for their species to exist on, but their ships that carry people can't travel at light speed. So they sent a probe to Earth first because the star in our solar system is young, so they can survive on Earth for billions of years before the sun goes out and they need to move to another planet. And they've been doing this forever. They just move from planet to planet, and as their society grows. And so they sent a plague to Earth to wipe out the species on Earth. And then you find out that, you know, humans were the plague. But they were too good at what they did, and they're destroying the planet. So the aliens had to wipe them out before all the other aliens made it to Earth, which apparently is the next day. And so, but the one alien that's helping them is like, I'm helping you because what the other alien is doing is wrong, and I want to help you guys. Never explains why he wants to help them. It's like, well, what benefit does this have to all of your people on making sure that these humans that are actually a plague, in your own words, because then he talks about how they're actually God, and that the other alien invented Jesus, so that way it would give them a reason to be good and stop destroying the planet. And then he's like, but then you guys fucked up and you guys fucking killed Jesus. Like, we literally gave you hope and you fucking destroyed it. And I was like, wait, but if the other alien created Jesus, wouldn't that alien be the good guy?
It sounds like Prometheus.
It does sound like Prometheus.
Because Ridley Scott, I think that was his original idea. He was gonna that Jesus was one of the engineers, and so they sent the aliens to destroy the humans because they killed Jesus. Like, that was the original, going to be the original sequel or something like that.
I think that there is a lot of translation that was missed because some of the sentences didn't really make sense, and the subtitles were slightly off from the dub because it was dubbed. And so I was like, maybe something got lost in translation, and there's because there's like phrases and stuff that will work within like different languages that don't work in others, like phrases and sayings and stuff. But I think that there was something weird about it. But I was like, the concept was actually really good, but it is a lot like Prometheus, but the aliens were really cool. And I looked at the budget. They only had like $4 million. And I was like, that's actually really smart, where you only have 2 aliens. All of the bad guys are just mindless humans. You don't have to put zombie makeup on them because they just lost their free will. And they're just on little sets. And it's very condensed because they're only in a certain part of the world. And so I was like, on a limited budget, and I don't know, they're Russian actors and actresses, so I don't know if they're B-list or C-list actors, but they did a good job. And the makeup on the actual aliens was good, and the concept was good, and I think it was executed better than Prometheus was, when you can't use aliens. Well, the xenomorph from Alien, when you have to like just very limited budget, and the budget that they did use for CGI worked really well when the alien ship does show up. But I was entertained by it. That was the thing. For 2 hours, I turned off my brain and I'm watching this movie and I'm just like, well, what the fuck is going on? Because, there was some really big problems. And I think that could just be the translation issue. But also it's like, well, how did you get from there to there? How come wait, what? So the first hour of the movie doesn't really make much sense. The second hour is when it gets kind of good. But, it is, I was entertained. That was the point that I was going to make on that long anecdote. It was entertaining. And I was like, wow, how fucking refreshing. And I was like, maybe I should watch more Russian movies. Yes, The Blackout. That is the movie I'm talking about. Yeah. The alien makeup looked great, by the way. And so these two aliens had been on Earth for 200,000 years because that's how long the spaceship took to travel. And so they got there before. And then I was like, it totally is going to be a bait and switch where he's actually the bad guy and the other alien that they kill is the good guy. But it has terrible stars on and terrible reviews, but I was actually very entertained by it. And I liked the concept of it. And I liked it better than the Alien concept because I didn't really like Prometheus at all.
The Alien movies?
Yeah. Well, I like Alien and Aliens.
Okay,
I didn't like Prometheus.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Me neither. Same.
You know what drove me crazy with Charlize Theron? It's like, bitch, roll to the left. Don't just lay there and get crushed by it. If she would have just fucking rolled. What is it? Stop, drop, and roll.
I remember watching that.
I'm like, bitch, fucking roll. Don't just lay there and watch.
What are you doing? Like, it's a circle. Just run to the left or the right.
It was so dumb. The one part that did get me though was when she has to do the the C-section of the alien like that and the staple. I was
yeah, that was
if that untrained chick could go through that shit to survive, why can't Charlize Theron, who's it's been years since I watched the movie. What was she? Some kind of military chick. She could have rolled 3 feet to the left. Yeah. Or right, whatever direction the ship was coming down. It was stupid. But yeah, everyone, this is actually Steven's fix of Teela. Look, it's actually a lamb that looks like Teela. This is Justin Bieber if he actually had a male face and yoked up. This is Justin Bieber in a Teela suit trying to pretend to be Teela. There you go. Prometheus was so bad. It was, but I guess he changed what his actual idea was going to be. Cecil was telling me that about how it was supposed to be that aliens created humans and then they're like, these guys are fucking assholes. Let's send them a perfect human. So they sent Jesus and then they're like, you fuckers killed the perfect human in 33 years. So they invented aliens just to kill all of the humans. I was like, I personally would have liked it if they would have just left it a little bit more of a mystery and just because I always thought when I first watched it, it's like, okay, well, the xenomorphs are like a biochemical weapon. Right. And I was like, maybe there was some kind of alien war between two alien species and that's how they fought instead of nukes. They were just like, well, no, let's just create these monsters and not really interfering with humans. And humans walked into this war of these two ancient species and they unlocked the weapon. Kind of like, I don't know if you ever watched Stargate SG-1, but oh my God, why am I blanking what they're called? They go to the planet and nobody's there because they created those. What are the little robots that the replicators? I think.
Replicants or something like replicators, something like that.
Yeah, I was like, and so they just walked into like a species that had just kind of they got too advanced for their own good and they destroyed themselves with their own technology. I was like, I like that, and I kind of ignore everything else in the alien universe and I go off like that's what my idea is and I like that better, so that's just what I'm gonna believe, even if it's not right.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's sometimes better not to explain.
Sometimes it's better not to get into it because then it ruins the illusion of it.
Right.
Yeah. Ryo Urala. Sorry, I'm gonna butcher your name. Me to Kevin Smith. You went full Ryan Johnson, man. You never go full Ryan Johnson. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And that's exactly. I mean, it's like this whole thing with He-Man. It just reminds me so much of Star Wars. It's just it's the same problem, same situation, and like they're handling the criticism the same way. It's just like you started off with, you know, instead of going, hey, let's make a Star Wars movie for Star Wars fans. It's like, no, I want to do my thing and use Star Wars for it, and then act surprised when the Star Wars fans don't like it. And it's like we're just seeing the same thing happen again with He-Man, and it's blame the fans, call them bots and everything else, instead of just going, hey, I messed up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if they want to do Star Wars stories, you could do a story and set it in the Star Wars universe. Like, say, I want to tell a parent that lost a child to like do what is it? The one where the daughter has leukemia, and so they have another baby to use her organ or to like do a kidney transplant so the daughter with leukemia can live. What's that movie? It's a book. It's really depressing. Cameron Diaz plays the mom. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Well, do that plot, but in the Star Wars universe. How would you do that? My Sister's Keeper. Yes, thank you. Okay, say you want to tell that story, but in the Star Wars universe. You can do that.
Yeah.
Just take those characters and put them in the Star Wars universe. So obviously they'd whatever the mom and dad's profession was, because I can't remember because I only watched that movie once. I'm like, this is too depressing. I can't do this. But you'd have to change it a little bit because obviously, here's my thing. Billions of dollars of technology for medical equipment, and Padme dies of losing her will to live. Okay, give me a break.
Yeah.
But something like that to where there is a problem to where, well, what happens when you do have all of this technology, but it's not working, even in the future with all of this technology, with all of these resources, you still can't stop people from dying. That's a theme that's really big in Star Wars. Like, all the power of the Force, but you can't save your wife. Like, that's a theme that's been in Star Wars. Okay, well, what if you're a parent and you need to, save your kid, right? But you maybe don't have a wife that's a fucking senator that is rich beyond fucking belief, and you're living on the top tier of Coruscant. What if you're at the bottom and you can't afford transplants and stuff like that? Or that could be a thing there where you need the money. Mm-hmm. Money is still a thing in Star Wars. What if you are too poor to get your child transplant and stuff? So you could do that, but within the Star Wars universe, and you can still tell a compelling story. And yeah, it doesn't have to be a Skywalker. They don't have to be Force users. Jedi can exist. Maybe they even went to the Jedi, and Jedi said, well, that's not something that we do. They're good people, but it's like, well, our priority isn't saving one child. We have to go and protect the Republic. And that's like, but I'm in the Republic and my kid is dying. That could be really fucking interesting, because that's more of a psychological drama than, an overall epic space saga. So you could do that. Do they do that? No.
No.
They don't.
No. And that's what I pretty much thought was going to happen when Disney first bought it. I thought they were going to do that type of thing, like have like all kinds of directors and different people like doing like their own Star Wars stories in the Star Wars universe. But it's like, it's like they're afraid to do anything original. So all they can do is take what already came and use that and put their whatever agenda into it. And it's like, you just keep ruining everything. It's like, because you're too afraid to do anything new. So it's just like constant reboots and remakes and everything. And then you sell it to the old fans as, oh, remember this. And then you just screw it all up. And it's just, wash, rinse, repeat. They just keep doing it over and over and over again.
Seriously. And it's one of those things where it's like you write what you know, and it's just so apparent that everyone in Hollywood doesn't know anything, because the whole, we were talking about this, I don't remember whose live stream it was, but Cecil made the point of saying it's like the reason why all of the comics are about people fighting on the internet or this woke shit, it's because that's all they know, because these people don't have real lives. Their lives are on Twitter. Their lives are trying to be woke and appeal to the woke mob. They don't they wouldn't know what to do if their power went out and they lost internet. Like, they wouldn't know what to do with themselves. If they got a flat tire, they wouldn't know how to change it. You know, if they didn't have a microwave, they wouldn't know how to cook. They don't have real life experience to tell realistic stories.
Right. Exactly.
And so that's why we're getting what we're getting, is because the people in charge of this kind of stuff, they got hired because they had a friend that worked somewhere, or mommy and daddy knew somebody that worked there, so they got them a job, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why we are in the position that we're in with Hollywood. And it really fucking sucks. But I mean, the only way to change that is to kind of starve them of money. Now, when it comes to, people canceling their Netflix, listen, guys, I'm never going to cancel my Netflix because it has my sister's profile with her watch history. Yes, I know that that's sentimental and stuff, but I try to keep everything. And I know that's just me. I wanted to cancel it when Cuties came out, but at the same time, my sister means more to me than, a subscription. And yeah, from time to time, it's like, well, what was the last thing my sister was watching, and go and look. And so, yes, that's my little shrine sentiment, because I'm still depressed about it. So I'm not canceling my Netflix for that reason. And you can judge me for it, whatever you want. That's fine. That's just the way I deal with my grief, and I can't change that about myself. But other things, yes, it's like there's this magical Bay of Pirates, which is why I don't buy certain things, and I will go onto the magical Bay of Pirates if I want to read a shitty comic book and not pay for it. And so, once it's digital, once it's on the internet, it's out there forever, and I can find my ways of finding it. But when it comes to this kind of stuff, like, I'm not buying the He-Man toys. I wanted to, because I thought the Skeletor did look cool, right? I wanted to buy them. They looked really cool, and I was like, well, they might be a little bit nicer than the old ones that I have that's hand-me-down from my brother. And I really wanted to buy the Sorceress one because, aside from Teela, most of the characters looked fucking good, and I wanted to get them. But I'm not going to give them my money. And if you ever watch Spaceballs, merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made, that's where they were going to make their money, with the toys.
Exactly. That's it. It's that's why I think that's why they canceled like the 2002 version. It's because they didn't, they weren't selling enough toys. And it's like, just because something is good, doesn't mean it lasts. And just because it's on doesn't mean it's good,
Let's see. But, well, the thing was, I only just started watching the He-Man 2002 because when that was going on, I was a little bit older, and I don't think I was really watching as many cartoons as I did. But also, I didn't have. The good thing about my brother was, because when it came to Star Wars and He-Man and other things, my brother would, he would record them on VHS. So that was awesome about having an older brother that was alive when these things were coming out, was I got all of his hand-me-downs. Once my brother was old enough and moved out of the house, I didn't have those hand-me-downs, so I didn't have access to it, and I couldn't go and turn on my TV and watch Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon. I would have to go to my friend's house and watch it. And my friends weren't into this kind of stuff because, oh my God, spoiler alert, not all girls are into things that boys like.
Yeah.
So my friends would rather watch Sailor Moon than He-Man, right? And I'm over here like, I fucking hate Sailor Moon. I don't want to watch this shit. And then that's when we would go to play with the actual toys and stuff. So when it came to the 2002, I didn't have access to it, so I couldn't watch it. We didn't have the internet, so it's not like I could go look it up. And it's not like my mom, who was like $5 is too much to spend on anything, was going to go and buy me something. We didn't have subscriptions back then, so you didn't have access to it. So I'm only just starting to. I didn't have actually, I had a Skeletor. I had the Skeletor from 2002. And I don't know how I got that. I think it just... that's one toy that I don't remember getting, so maybe it was my sister's and it just became mine. But I did start watching it. I'm like, wow, this is good. I like it. I like the animation. I like Teela's hair. It's more like the one that you drew as compared to the one that they did here. I like the way Teela looks better in the 2002 because she does, she looks younger and a little bit more girly. And so that was just me. But, and I know that they weren't allowed to use it in the new Masters of the Universe. Like Kevin Smith said, everyone has different rights, so we could only do the stuff that Mattel owned, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have a more limited palette. So personally, me, I work well under pressure. So if I had that kind of pressure where I had to make it cool and I could only use X, Y, and Z, it's like, okay, well, that's where your creativity comes in, where maybe you do create a new character or
Right.
you do create these things that is like, well, I couldn't use those other things. So let me one up you and make something even better with less resources than I already have, because it puts you in that little box where you have to show up everyone with limited resources. It's like painting with a limited color palette. You know, it's like, well, how do you make this work? There's ways to do it if you know how to do it, which they clearly didn't.
Right. And and that, I mean, that can be a benefit. It's like
Mhm.
sometimes when you're limited, it helps your imagination. You end up creating something better than what you could have done if you could just do anything,
Mhm.
And yeah, it's like, I don't understand, like, why wouldn't you just make new characters? Like,
Yes.
I don't get it.
Oh, well, they
I just
explained
don't get
why.
the
It's because new characters aren't as likable. Don't you remember when, like, the
Oh yeah,
producer?
yeah.
So for those that don't
Oh.
know, there was on Facebook this one guy who was black. He pointed out, he's like, I don't like you guys doing waste swamping instead of just creating a new black character, because it's like we're getting somebody's hand-me-downs instead of like getting something new and cool. And the producer is like, well, they're not likable. They don't stick with the audience. So that's why we do hand-me-downs. And it's like, you motherfucker. You just told a black dude to shut the fuck up. Black characters aren't, you can't make a cool, unique black character. It's like, okay, well, go watch Cobra Kai. My favorite character in Cobra Kai is Miguel. That's a brand new fucking character that didn't exist when the original Karate Kid was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
All of them, that's how you do it. And then somebody was like, that's new, blah, 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 blah. They're talking about OG stuff. I was like, all right, OG stuff, aliens, right?
Right.
Okay, a majority of those characters, except for fucking Ripley and the cat, weren't in the first movie. But I care about Newt living.
Mm-hmm.
I care about Kyle Reese living in that movie.
Yeah.
Heck, I even fucking care about the android living in that movie. They made me care about all of these new characters that weren't in the first one. So there's two examples, a new one and an old one, of how you introduce new characters and you make them likable, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, when he said that, my comment, commenting on Twitter is like, for one, it's like, you're insulting. You're sitting here telling, here's a black fan, and you're telling him basically, look, I'm doing this. This is for your own good. It's like, you don't know any better. Let me tell you how to think. Let me tell you how to feel about this. But then they're also admitting that they have no creativity left. They can't. They have no confidence in creating any new characters, so they're just gonna keep, redoing old stuff and changing it, and sitting here wondering, well, why don't fans like it? It's like they just don't.
I wonder why. Maybe because it's shit. Moostiverse thing fell in love with the He-Man universe in the first episode opening. Then everything happened. I got to check out the original. Also, Cobra Kai Squad. Heck yeah. Well, the thing with Cobra Kai is it's made by actual hardcore fans of the original Karate Kid.
Yeah.
And then they decided to do a show that they literally were two guys, right, that grew up loving this thing, and they said, we want to pay respect and we want to tell what the story would be now with all of the actors that are still alive. And that's why it's so fucking good, is because it's made by actual fans that care and know what the fuck they're talking about, right?
That's the key. You have to care about it, and you care about it and you understand it, then it's going to be good. It's like, but
well, then it also works in the opposite, where it's like, what if you get somebody that didn't like it, that wasn't a fan of it, but they're like, well, I wasn't a fan of it for X, Y, and Z, so let me make it cool. Like, let me take these things that I didn't like about it and improve upon it. And so that's what Ethan talked about, how he was never really a fan of like the Flash or Green Lantern, but he went back and was like, well, why does Green Lantern have such a hardcore fan base when, in his opinion, certain things like the current runs of it were shit? So he went back and did his research on it. It's like, okay, well, they like it for X, Y, and Z. Well, this character, Sinestro, isn't really getting used very much. How can I take that character and incorporate it in the story and make it better? And that's what he did with, Green Lantern. And so there's ways to take something that you didn't really like and improve upon it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's like when he said, when he's talking about how he didn't like Orko and he hated Orko, and like most of the writers hated Orko. So it's like, so what was your solution to kill him off? It's like, if you don't like a character, then make him better. You know, it's like,
I'm gonna butcher your name, so I apologize. Kato's collection reviews. Thank you for the super chat. What Cobra Kai did was embrace nostalgia, not change it. Yes. Yes, they embraced it and then they brought it into the modern times and said, well, this is where these characters would be now. The one thing I do kind of have a hard time believing is that Johnny wouldn't really know how to use like the internet as well. But at the same time, I'm like, I get it. Like right now, I'm just like, I feel so old because I was talking to like my boyfriend's like cousins, and I didn't realize how young these girls was, and I was telling them, oh yeah, just go on like Facebook. And then I heard their parents talking like, oh yeah, my daughters call me old because I watch videos on YouTube and I use Facebook. And I was like, oh, what? Did you know YouTube is for old people?
I didn't realize.
To 18-year-olds, you're old if you use Facebook.
Well, Facebook,
YouTube.
yeah. I know a lot of people abandoned Facebook when their parents started going on it. So then they went to Instagram.
Well, their parents were the ones that started using Facebook.
Well,
so
yeah.
I didn't know that. That's why TikTok is so popular, because it's like...
Yeah, TikTok is the thing now. I thought, it's like somebody told me like Instagram, that's for old people. I was like, what? I thought Instagram was the new one. That's doing all the... It's like, no, that's Instagram is Facebook now. It's all about TikTok. It's like, I can't. I can't
do TikTok.
10 years older every day.
I felt so old when I heard that. I was like, so you mean when YouTube is the old person thing? I'm like, all right, I'm out. I guess I'm old then, because wow. But then that makes sense, like why audience is like it's always at least 18 or over. I never get on my like audience view rate that it's younger. But then also I guess it's like it's either older than 18 or like younger than 12, because a lot of kids aren't allowed on TikTok because it's an app and they can use YouTube, and so that's why like little kid channels are really big. Right. And so it's like, wow, so it's like this, but all the teenagers are always on TikTok, and you're old if you use it, or you're a little kid. And I'm like, that's really depressing.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Let me catch a couple of these ones that I missed from earlier. Leo Slayer, thank you for the super chat. George Lucas's Star Wars prequel trilogy, but Disney Star Wars sequel trilogy, good. I literally cried soy tears. Kevin, wait. Oh, okay. All right, let me reread this. George Lucas's Star Wars prequel trilogy, bad, but Disney Star Wars sequel trilogy, good. I literally cried soy tears. Kevin, fake geek, sellout, shill Smith. Oh my goodness. That's true. I didn't even know about, I don't really know. I didn't know much about Kevin Smith. I'd never seen his movies. I saw parts of Dogma, but my mom didn't like it, so she turned it off. So I didn't know about that he, I guess, shit all over the prequels and then he's crying at the sequels. I'm like, okay, that's all I really needed to know. Say no more.
Right. Yeah, I didn't, I've never really been like a fan of Kevin Smith. I haven't seen any of his movies. I think I saw like the beginning of Clerks, and then it was like I got bored and turned it off. And so, yeah, I'm just now hearing about the stuff about how he made a career about trashing the prequels and all this. And I was like, I didn't even know about that. But I saw a video last night or this morning. I guess he had the Clerks animated show. He did this whole thing where he put George Lucas on trial for the prequels. And it's like, this is the guy who's now telling fans to grow up because they have a problem with what he's doing with He-Man. And it's like, come on.
Let me address this. How did Anna pass English in school? So I have severe dyslexia. And so I actually, and not a lot of people know this, I couldn't read until I was in like 4th grade because one, I needed glasses. And I have very severe dyslexia. So they didn't know that I couldn't read because I'm an audio learner, visual learner too, but audio. So if I'm listening to something, I could probably recite everything that I hear. So it's not a photographic memory. It's like an audio memory. And so whenever my teachers would talk, I would remember everything. So I could tell them all of the answers. So they thought, I think they just thought I was lazy and I didn't want to do the work. But I knew if they asked a question, I always knew the answer because I remember it. And so I got terrible test scores. Like, for those that aren't in America, when every year we have to take like these tests, and it's like the state testing and whatnot. And so I would terrible scores. I actually scored higher in math because those were numbers, but I could never read what they want, like the words. I couldn't read to save my life. It was really, really bad. And then they figured out, finally my 4th grade teacher figured out I was dyslexic because I could recite back everything that he said to me, but then I'd have to like read a book in front of the class, and I couldn't do it. And so he figured out that I was dyslexic, and then also that I needed glasses because the font was too small for me to read. It's actually really bad. I keep glasses in my car because I have to wear glasses when I drive, because it'll be a sign super close and I just can't see it. But I think, and that's gotten worse as I've gotten older, because when I paint, I'm really, really close. And when I look up, it's like I can't even see because my eyes have been so focused on what's in front of me. So that's probably ruined it. I'll probably get LASIK eventually. But so yeah, I've severe dyslexia. And I also had a head injury back in 2015. So I don't think that helped because I've lost a lot of memory that I didn't realize that I lost. Because it's like, you don't realize you don't remember something until somebody brings it up. And it's like, I know I should know this, but I don't remember. Wow. So that also has something to do with it too. So I apologize for my butchering of things. And that's why I don't script my videos too. It's because if I had to read a script, I wouldn't be able to make a video. So and you know what's funny is the first book I read was like this thick. So I really enjoy reading, but when I'm a very slow reader because I have to read a page at least 10 times because I'll read it and I'm like, that didn't make sense. Why didn't that make sense? I have to go back and read it and reread it and reread it. That's why a lot of people, they read articles when they're doing videos. Like, let me read this article. Okay. You guys don't understand. When I do a video and I'm reading an article, I've read that article at least 10 times and I still fuck it up when I'm filming my videos. So I'm sorry. Reading aloud is not my strong point. I could stand up and talk to you for 10 minutes straight without stopping, but put something that I have to read and it's game over for me. That is my weakness. So I apologize. But I know that there's a lot of new people here, so let me just get that out of the way. I apologize, guys. It is an issue that I have to deal with. That's why I paint stuff, because there's no words there that'll get me all fucked up. Let's see. Eat raw onions and cucumbers helps with memory. I don't like onions or cucumbers, so. But no, it's not something that I can fix. Again, I had I don't really, there's so much that doctors don't know about the human brain. And it's like, I didn't even realize I had memory issues until it got brought up to me. Like, I can't remember almost, 3 years of my life. Like very brief points in my memory. Do I remember things? Like, there's photos and I'm like, I don't remember that at all. So it also has to do with that. So I don't know what I don't remember, but I remember things obviously that I remember, but then somebody will bring something up and I was like, I didn't even remember that. I forgot that, so
right.
I'm still finding out stuff like that. So it's just what it is at this point. I mean, everyone has their issues. You had your own, struggles that you've had to deal with, which you're better now. So congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
It is what it is, and you can't really change it.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta roll with it, and do the best you can, and yeah. I mean, I wouldn't know it from listening to you, so you're doing a good job with that. And it's
Thanks.
Yeah, I've had because I have dyslexia too, but it's not severe. But it's like, yeah, it's so hard for me to read. I'll read a paragraph like 10 times, and I'm like, you have to keep going over it, and I'll still read it the wrong way. And it's like, it's a struggle, but like I said,
I don't even know how to explain it to someone. It's like, I'm reading something and I'm looking at it, and I guess I'm just not seeing. I mean, you guys have all been watching how I read super chats. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just my brain it's not seeing it correctly. And so it's bothersome to me, but it's like, well, what are you going to do about it? I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It's fucked. I'll just try it until I get it right, you know?
There you go.
Trial and error. That's the best way to do it, you know? Oh, yeah. See, I can't spell to save my fucking life. My grandma wanted to play Scrabble, and it's like, it was weird because she was shocked at how much like I didn't know how to spell anything. And I was like, can I use a dictionary? And she's like, Anna, why do you need to use a dictionary? And I'm just like, I don't really have to spell anything. And I told her, I was like, Ava, I can sit here and draw a picture of you and do it in photorealism with a fucking pen, like with a big pen. But I cannot spell, unfortunately. You know, that's one where I've never been able to spell, unfortunately. No matter how many times I look it up to get it right, I cannot spell, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah,
And-
same thing. Certain words, I just can't. No matter how many times I like learn, you have to like relearn how to spell it, and it's just like you just can't. Your brain just doesn't retain it for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm like, you know, this is just another one of my quirks. It doesn't work. So, you know, what can you do? I just laugh. I think it's an ongoing joke on my channel, and when I read super chats, and it's just like, guys, I'm fucking sorry. You know what's weird though? Have you ever seen those like little memes, and everything is like all the letters are backwards and there's no spaces? I actually can read those easier than I can a regular.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, they're like they'll have something where like every other letter or like all the vowels are removed, and it's like, oh, can you read this? And I'm like, yeah, I can read it. And then most people are like, I can't read it.
It's weird
like,
that actually is easier for me to read than something else. I think it's because it's purposely messed up, and so your brain goes in knowing, and so it's more alert to it. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it. What does my mother want? Oh God, I think my mother wants to visit me. Hell.
No.
Russell Hall, you didn't change your name today. Well, hello, welcome. What do you say? Thank you for the super chat. Remember that time when you made a solemn promise on George Lucas's Henry Cavill and Peaches' life? No, I didn't, Russell Hall, and I'm not finishing that sentence. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, where can I see Kevin Smith hating on the prequels? I don't know. That's actually a great question. Can somebody tell us?
So that tweet earlier, the one from Chief Eddie, somebody quote tweeted it with that video. Let me see.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah, so one of the quote tweets on that is they posted the video from.
Let me get
from the Clerks.
Okay, here we go. Let me share this all with you guys and link this in the description. And I apologize, I am behind on super chats, everyone. So let me get this. Post this in the chat for everyone for this tweet. Somebody posted the video. I don't see it.
Yeah, I think it's one of the last ones at the bottom. Yeah, it's that's like the last.
That's not it. That's Kevin Costner, isn't it? And
it's no, it's one of the quote tweets.
Oh, it's a quote tweet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let me find it. Apologize, everyone. 21 quote tweets.
Yeah, it should be like the last one.
All right, well, we'll see. Hopefully I'm not blocked. I'm usually blocked by people. Well, we will find out shortly if I am blocked.
There it is.
Oh, is it this one? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, well, let's watch it, actually. Let me stop sharing and get audio on here for everyone. And I'm going to retweet this, obviously, so you guys will be able to find on my Twitter. Okay, let's watch.
Randall, we're not doing so good. I want you to call a witness that has something to do with the case.
Don't worry so much. I've got it under control. The defense calls George Lucas.
George Lucas!
State your name and latest film.
George Lucas, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
And do you think Phantom Menace is as good a movie as Empire?
Well, certainly. I think it's the best movie I've made yet.
Permission to treat this witness as hostile. Mr. Lucas, how do you explain that in Star Wars, Obi-Wan tells Luke that when he met his father, he was a great pilot, but in Menace, he's just a little boy?
Well, my kids thought.
And how come Obi-Wan tells Luke that Yoda is the Jedi that trained him, but in the movie, Liam Neeson trains Obi-Wan?
Well, the power of myth.
Isn't it true you knew this was a bad movie? That you wrote it over a weekend but kept telling people it was done for years?
Objection, Your Honor. The pod race was pretty cool.
May I remind the court that Your Honor has never been in a George Lucas movie, and you were age appropriate for the Liam Neeson role.
I'm going to allow it.
I want my $8 back.
Well then, okay.
Yeah.
I would also let me just point out the flaw in that logic. Anakin was a good pilot. He won the pod racing, and then he blew up the control center.
Right.
So, I mean, that's not wrong. Also, every Jedi, so Yoda wasn't his master, but Yoda did help train him, which he does. Oh, obviously this is only when the Phantom Menace was out, but he did train him in. He's like, more training I have for you in Revenge of the Sith. I'm gonna retweet this. There we go. Yeah, that's important. Let me also get this quote tweet for everyone. Here you guys go. I'm actually surprised I'm not blocked. That's actually a very nice thing to learn. But yeah, good fucking point made there. Good, excellent fucking point. Let me get this back. We'll just have this up on the screen for now. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, but then he likes the prequel. That's when you know, or the sequels. That's when you know he's a fucking sellout. When he's crying over The Last Jedi, it's like Rian Johnson literally wrote that. That's his rough fucking draft, and that's the movie that they decided to make. And he also doesn't think that there's anything wrong with the film. There's no point that he can improve on.
Right.
Bull fucking shit. Let's see.
Well, I just remember he was, friends with J.J. Abrams, so he's like, he's on the set of the movies and all this, and it's like, well, of course. It's like, no, it's like you sold out. You just, you're just trying to be, in their good graces, so they'll, let you come back on set and all this. It's like,
it's just So I had never, again, I don't really know too much about Kevin Smith.
Mm-hmm.
If he's making shit like that and then ranting, that's just when somebody is paying you, because that complete 180, okay, dude, you're a fucking shill. Nothing you say or do means anything anymore because you've sold out. Which, if he would have just came out and said, they paid me really fucking well to make this and I'm happy with what I did. Okay, that I'd actually like, all right, dude, I get it. You got kids, you got a life you want to maintain, you got a wife now. All right, you just want to make money. At least you're being fucking honest.
Right.
At the very end of the day, you're a sellout, but you have your integrity with your honesty still there. But no, he's a fucking liar now. Nobody respects him. He really expects people to go and see Clerks 3 after this. Also, guys, my StreamYard is frozen. It's the white screen of death right now. So if I just randomly disappear, that's why. Just to get that out there. Hopefully it goes away. But it doesn't look like it. Is the stream still up? Can you see this? Is it still live on YouTube?
Yeah, I think your picture kind of freezes now every now and then. But I still see
let me change the quality then. I've noticed if I have stuff problems on StreamYards, if I go to a lower quality, is that a little bit better?
Yeah, I think so far.
Okay. I have it pulled up. I see some people saying F, but my chat is still frozen. Is it frozen on your end?
No, I see it.
Okay.
Is the chat frozen? No.
I don't know what's going on then. No F. Oh, okay.
He was kidding.
It's still good. If there's
it's
if
fine.
it freezes again, I apologize, everyone. I don't know what's going on. Okay, my screen is back, but the chat isn't moving. The chat is frozen. But hey, everyone. One of my goals for today, since there's still 800 people watching, is I'm trying to get my friend Lethal Lightning's channel up to 1,000 subscribers. He's at 781 now. I want to get him up to 1,000. It is completely free to click the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. This is where he re-uploads his live streams, and his live streams are a lot of fun, especially the full Aussie. And so I've been on that show a couple times when I'm awake during Aussie time for this. But I'd highly recommend going and checking out his channel. Lethal is awesome. Again, he's trying to get up to, oh shit, he's at 832. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I had to update it there. But so he does awesome streams. And so this is where you catch it. So that way, if you miss it on his live or on his regular channel, this is where you can get it or see it. And then there's like clips of live streams. So go over there, smash the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. I mean, he has this one with Lucy Lennon, who is the porn star that played Black Widow in the porn parody of Black Widow. So he interviews porn stars. He's really fucking funny. If you like Australian humor, this is the place to go. And just subscribe to the channel. Again, I make some appearances there every now and again. But if you guys are interested in that kind of content, go over there. Help me get my friend Lethal Lightning up to 1,000 subscribers. Or YouTube is going to punish him because YouTube is a fucking cunt. And yes, Mommy Susan, I'm sorry, but your platform, you keep fucking it up. It does this thing where if you are on YouTube and you have a channel and it's been up for over a year and you haven't hit 1,000 subscribers, they like get rid of half of your watch time. And so he's trying to, grow his platform and do stuff. And I guess he's coming up on his year anniversary. And so I'm trying to help him, get up there. So let's see if it has been. Oh, wow. Thank you guys, everyone. 846. We have, I think he was at 704 when I started this live stream. So if 800 people watching, if you haven't subbed over to his channel, go and sub over to Lethal's channel. I'm sure he's going to be doing the stream on He-Man as well. That will be up there now, or up there in the future. Excuse me, not right now. But if you guys go over and subscribe now and you ring the bell for notifications, you'll be notified when that gets posted. So let's try to get Lethal up to 1,000 subs. That's my goal. I don't know if we'll be able to do it in this stream, but let's try to, everyone. There's over 800 people here. I think we can do it. I think we can get at least 200 of you guys to go over and subscribe to Lethal's channel. He's actually really close to 900 now. So let's try to get that going. But yes, let's do that. Go smash the subscribe. And again, it's 100% free. It costs you nothing to do it. And it's going to make that little Australian boy very, very happy. Let's try to do it. Do you ever watch any Lethal streams?
I haven't been watching too many live streams lately.
Yeah.
Just in general. I'm not. But no, I didn't know you were doing streams with them. I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, they do a show called The Full Aussie, but it's in the morning. And so because it's nighttime for them is morning for us here in California. Right. And so I used to be on a night schedule, which I'm trying to get back into, but with family and traveling, it's like, fuck, I got to be on a normal schedule. So that way when I go and see my family, I'm not like a zombie. But so when I'm on my night schedule, it's perfect because I'm on Australia time. So when it's their nighttime and my morning, it's technically my nighttime because I'm on the night schedule. So I'll pop in and I'll hang out with them for a couple hours. And their streams are super fun. And then I just go to bed afterwards. So I've been on there a few times. It's been a while. But The Full Aussie is a really fun show. So everyone, if you haven't, go sub over to Lethal's live stream channel. That way you guys can go and check the ones that, what is this? Oh no. Sorry. My mother is like blowing up my phone right now. I'm like, God, who died, Mom? Knock on wood. But yeah, but everyone go over and sub to Lethal's channel. Let's do a quick update. I really hope we get him up to, 886. Thank you so much, guys. We are so close to 900 subs for him. That was going to be awesome. I hope when he wakes up, he's a very happy Australian guy. And hopefully he can smuggle me a koala because I really want one.
A koala?
I love them. They're so cute. And they're so cute. They sleep in their little trees. And did you know that koalas will fight over their trees, even if there's plenty of branches. So at the zoos, each koala, they have to have a tree for each koala, because if they don't have enough trees for each koala, they'll fight. And I was like, that's
Over
so
the whole
cute.
tree?
Yeah, they'll fight over a tree. And literally all they do is sleep. They just sit in the tree and sleep.
Just like little like cats or something.
Well, it's funny because cats will sleep in their trees, their little cat trees, and they'll share and they'll cuddle. But koalas are like, no, fuck you. This is my fucking tree. Get out of my fucking eucalyptus tree.
Selfish.
I did know all koalas have chlamydia. They do. It's spread through their feces. Rattle Shark, thank you for the super chat. Dear Anna, please look at Dan Pham handle, YouTube, and other social media. She's an artist and content creator. I know Dan Pham. Dan Pham is awesome. I've talked to her a few times, and I'll pop into her live streams every now and again and say hi. I honestly don't really get her notifications, but if you guys haven't subscribed to Dan Pham, go do so as well. She makes great content, and she's trying to grow her channel too. So go over and check out her content. But yeah, all koalas have chlamydia. That is why they have the whole. So for those that didn't know, and I didn't know this either, and I could be getting the disease wrong, but when you have chlamydia, the way to cure it is you have to remove all of the feces from the koala when it's still inside them, and do a feces transplant with non-infected feces. Okay. So that's how I could be. I learned this from an episode of Grey's Anatomy, and that's how you cure it. And so like it was a husband and wife, and the husband somehow got chlamydia. It wasn't from cheating on his wife, but so what they had to do was they had to transplant her feces from her intestines into him to cure him. And they're like, what the fuck? Because in humans, it's a little different. You had to do it when it's like somebody that lives with you and like has the same dietary habits as you.
Oh man.
So I didn't know that. I was like, what the fuck? But at the Irwins, their zoo in Australia, the Australia Zoo, they have a whole section for curing koalas of chlamydia there. But yeah, all koalas have chlamydia. It's kind of sad. Chris Topher, thank you for the super chat. In Kevin's book about what a piece of shit Bruce Willis was, and a few remarks on how Weinstein blew off his movie premiere, he cried about both things. Oh. Well, geez. Well, maybe Bruce Willis was right to be an asshole. Bruce Willis was right. Clownfish TV was right. # Bruce Willis was right to be an asshole to Kevin Smith. Bruce Willis can see into the fucking future. He's like, you're the asshole that's going to fuck up He-Man. Fuck you, Kevin Smith. I'm on Bruce Willis's side there. Russell Hall, thank you for the super chat. Koalas are literally the dumbest living mammal, but they're so cute. They don't have to be smart. Some things don't have to be smart, but thank you for the super chat. But again, guys, we're trying to get Lethal Lightning up to 1,000. Can we get him to 900? We're really, really, really close to 900 right now. Let's see. Let's see if it's gotten. Oh my God, 6 subs away from 900 for Lethal. Guys, if 6 of you want to see some awesome Australian content, go over and subscribe to Lethal Lightning's live channel. It is to hit the subscribe button is 100% free. Ring the bell for notifications. Again, I have been in some of these live streams. So if you like me and you like my content and you want to see some live streams that I've done with my Australian friends, go over and subscribe to his channel. No president. What is that? Is that presente?
No presente.
Yeah. Thank you for the super chat. Koalas and humans have a thing in common. They need gut bacterial transplant. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat. All right, let's see. We broke 900. It's so close. Oh my God, guys, 1 subscriber away from 900. Oh my God, let's do it. Everyone, go over and subscribe to Lethal Lightning. Let's give him over 900 subs to his live channel. Oh my gosh, we're so close. It's just one away from 900, and then we'll be very, very close to 1,000. Let's see if we did it. Yes, 901. Thank you so much, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna send a screenshot of this because my friend was actually let me know about this and was like, hey, do you mind like giving him like a shout out? I want him to like hopefully let's try to get this by the time he wakes up. So Holy crap. I hope he's very, very happy. But thank you so much, everyone. Cecil will subscribe. He loves adult actresses. Yeah. If you want to see them interview porn stars, and, you know, what's sad is the porn parodies of the Marvel movies look better and are more true to the characters and the costumes than the actual Marvel ones. So when the porn does it better, that's when you know. Russell Hall, thank you, super chat. Koalas also stink. Hug a wombat and said, no, koala, you just gotta give him a bath. I would love to have a koala. I'd raise it from a little baby koala. You know how you get a puppy? I get the puppy version of a koala. You give it little baths and make it smell like flowers and stuff, and then sleep. And then they hug you and they sleep in your arms, and it's so cute. And it's so cute. I want maybe if I can help get my friend to 1,000 subscribers, he will smuggle me a koala bear. 916. Holy crap! Thank you so much, everyone. We are getting close. We are getting close. It's not gonna go. But I know we have been talking about He-Man and we gotten a little distracted, but thank you so much, everyone, for helping my friend Lethal get up there. Let me pull up something to have up on the screen for He-Man, just for references for
You
everyone.
gotta earn that koala, you know.
I know, I gotta earn my koala bear. It's like, so here's my thing. It's sometimes I bother people, my friends that live in different parts of the world, because I'm like, hey, I know you live in the UK. Could you go please take a beautiful picture of the UK scenery for me so I can do a painting of it? And then here's the thing. You know, there's a meme of this. It's like when you take a picture and it's like a beautiful, like, you know, the picture of like your friend, and it's like it looks like a professional photographer took a picture of your friend and make your friend look like a supermodel. And then you ask them to take a picture of you and it's like like that's what my friends do. And I'm like, can you take a better one at this angle with this? And they're just like, fuck you, and I'm like, please. Let's just get this up on the screen. That way there's some He-Man to look at. 200-watt studio, thank you, super chat. Anna, that's a koala sitting on your feet right now. No, it's not. I wish. Also, guys, I have a fan on. I put a fan under my desk and it's like blowing on my PC, so that way my PC stays cool and I can kind of stay cool. Do you hear it at all or no?
I don't hear it.
Okay.
That's
good. That means I can have it right there and it doesn't bother anyone. I kind of want to turn it up a notch because it's still hot. Chris Topher, thank you for the super chat. Fun fact, wombats may swear poop cubes. Do they really? Do I really need to go Google wombat poop? I'm totally doing it.
I have no idea.
Is it kind of like rabbits have like little circle poop? Wombat poop. Let's see. Oh my God, their poop is squares. It looks like animal food. That's so weird that their poop is squared. Oh, that's a cute one. The little baby wombat is cute. Okay, maybe I'll hug a baby wombat, but I like koala bears. I didn't know that. Interesting. Well, back to He-Man. So when it premiered, because is this the picture that I posted that got memed? Because I took this screenshot and I posted it, and I was like, here is I was like, He-Man spoilers, and the first thing I saw was Skeletor putting his hand on Adam, and I was like, oh my God, no. And I took a screenshot and I posted it, and everyone was like, what? Are they gay? No! Because it looked, I was like, that's a very romantic, I'm killing you and taking the sword of power hand on hand guy action. But then he stabs him and it's like, oh. But also, you know what bothers me? Because obviously He-Man's not going to die, right? Yeah. Even though they killed him again, he's going to live. Because look at where he stabbed him. I'm like,
right.
Exactly. That's not where Skeletor would have stabbed him. Skeletor is smart enough to have stabbed him through the heart. So I was like, so you made Skeletor stupid. Also, Teela is standing like right over here. And she's watching. She has time to watch Skeletor rematerialize out of what's her face, Evelyn Scepter. And it's like this chick that has the fucking reflexes of a fucking fox, and she just stands by and watches Adam get impaled. Like, give me a fucking break, right?
Yeah, nothing about the show really makes too much sense. It's like, And yeah, I mean, just as I don't like you kill him in the beginning, and then oh look, I killed him again. It's like this isn't like there's nothing clever about this. You know what I mean? It's like nobody thinks you actually just killed He-Man. So what is the? It's just like the writing on the show is just like kind of terrible, and it's like every time I hear like Kevin Smith talking about it, like he did, I guess on the net they did a Netflix show like after this premiered, and he's like, "Oh, can you believe we killed He-Man twice?" And all. It's like, dude, it's not the surprise you think it is. It's not edgy like you think it is. It's lame and predictable. And
Well, he hasn't even died. Like, look at where he stabbed him. If Skeletor would have stabbed him through the heart, he could die like almost instantly, right? Or even fucking through
right,
the neck. Like, if Skeletor stabbed him through the fucking neck, yeah.
yeah,
Sorceress isn't going to have enough time to save him. But right now, where he stabbed him, it's like it might take him a few minutes to die. Sorceress is going to come and heal him. Like, that's going to be the next
yeah,
episode is them go, oh my God, Adam, Skeletor just took over. And Sorceress is going to be right there saving him. So we already know
right,
it's like, all right, nobody's ever really gone, guys. Just like Orko is somehow going to magically come back.
yeah, yeah.
Got his kidneys. Maybe he's like me and he only has one kidney. And he just got his intestines, right? A new kid, yeah. Just grow. You don't have to have both of them. You can only have one. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah, no. Sorceress is gonna come and save him. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
He's gonna
and
live.
he already said, in that other live stream, 'cause he's doing damage control. He's like, "Oh, don't worry. The next episode 7, Skeletor and He-Man's gonna have this big fight." And it's like, so you can't even stop from like spoiling your own show because you're so worried about the negative attention. But then you say you don't care about the negative press. So
No, it's like you don't care about the negative press, but you're gonna spend the entire live stream talking about the negative press.
yeah, about how much
give me a fucking break.
How much it doesn't bother you.
Give me a fucking break. It's bothering him to know others. Let's see. Let me go through. Gosi Kium, thank you for super chat. What is the side shave haircut origin? I actually don't know. I think the first time it wasn't the first time I saw it, but I remember it was the first time a celebrity had to do it. Was the chick from Game of Thrones that played Marjorie? She had to shave half of her head for like a movie she was doing. But I feel like every lesbian has that haircut. Like they all have that haircut. It's like the lesbian thing to do. When I was in college, I knew a lot of girls that did that.
Yeah, I can't remember the first time I saw it, but it's just like this like cliche kind of quote unquote edgy haircut, and
I don't get it. I don't remember, but I mean, I don't remember where it started. I just remember all of a sudden it was a thing, and like everyone was doing it. Let me see, because I'm sorry guys, I know I missed a bunch of super chats. Let me see. Evelyn was the best, yeah. And also, so some people were like, oh, they like destroyed Evelyn. I'm like, Evelyn is gonna pick the winning team. She was on Teela's side because Teela seemed to be winning because all of the bad guys were just scattered and at a civil war. So she picked Teela because Teela's the bestest ever now and can go and take over Snake Mountain without the sword of power and without any kind of man there. Her and the chick could just take out every fucking dude in that palace with no fucking powers of any kind. Well, she has power, she just doesn't know how to use it. But so Evelyn picked her side because that's the side that's going to win, right? Skeletor comes back, impales at him, takes the sword. He's winning. Now, of course, she's going to pick his side. She'd be stupid not to. Burnt Virtue, thank you for that. Kevin Smith said he copied the hair of Teela from character in Supergirl. Yeah, I know that's what he said, but I think somebody was asking, like, where did that haircut come from? Because somebody before that character had that haircut, right?
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
Yeah. Since at least 2015, I think, right? At least. I feel like
at least.
Maybe even 2013. Let me see. Joe, I think I read that one. since I was sorry guys, I'm trying to go back. Cool man, thank you for that. Sad part is given how Kevin advertised Masters of the Universe Revelations with the trailers. They know what people want and they still made a show they know fans will hate. Exactly. And you know what sucks is Kevin Smith proved that they can, even if their opinion is the character is unlikable, they can make them likable. Look at what they did with Orko.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Could you imagine if he did that with Teela? But they didn't. And so that's what is really bothersome is they have the ability to write good compelling stories and good characters.
Yeah.
But they decided to do that with one and do it the opposite with the other. It's really mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's just their mentality is just wrong. They don't understand like what the fans actually want to see, and you know, this subverted expectations doesn't work the way they think it does. You know,
Exactly.
same thing with Last Jedi all over again.
Joshua Scott, thank you for that. Can the metalhead from the 80s talk? Personally, I was always offended Skeletor lost as he was evil, and I saw myself as deformed and related to him. Well, see, it's George Lucas did it, where the hero loses, right? We have Empire Strikes Back. That is, you know, I feel like that's the popular opinion as far as the greatest Star Wars movie, right? Some people like A New Hope, some people like Return, but my favorite movie is, or my favorite Star Wars movie is Empire Strikes Back. Guess who wins in that movie? Darth fucking Vader. The bad guys technically win in that movie. There is a way to do it without shitting on what came before. So they could have done a story where Skeletor won and left, more for the heroes to rise to the occasion to be able to defeat, right? Heck, even in The Dark Knight. Okay, guess who won in that movie? The Joker did. Batman didn't win in that movie. Batman lost Rachel. Also, everyone turns on Batman in the end of the movie. And that's why you have the powerful dialogue of, he's not the hero or he's the hero we need, or he's the hero we deserve, but not the hero that like they needed. That's why and I'm totally butchering that line. I always have brain farts when I'm live. But what do you know the line? Why am I blanking on it?
It's well, I messed it up too. So he's the hero. He's the hero we deserve, but not the one we need right now.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Deserves, but not the one he needs right now.
And so it's like it's actually, you can do movies where it's actually really fucking good when the bad guy does win and the hero loses, and it leaves the fans longing for more because you don't want to see the hero lose. You want to see them win. And so that's actually a really good selling point for your next fucking movie is that we just saw this. It was fucking epic. We want more. We're thirsty. We're hungry for more. Give us more. And it is cool to see the bad guy win sometimes. And it has been done right before. And so that's why it's really fucking irritating because even Kevin Smith is like, Empire Strikes Back was my favorite movie. It's like, okay, Empire Strikes Back was your favorite movie. Why did you give us this?
Right.
J Lord, thank you for that. If you want good media that's not gone woke, check out Castlevania and the anime Cross Ange. Yeah, I've read or I haven't read it, excuse me. I've watched it, but I didn't really like it because I'm sorry, I didn't like the voice acting.
In what, Castlevania?
In Castlevania.
Yeah.
I feel like I should read it. I want to read it. Because I really want to. I feel like it would be better to read it. Because the thing, the Dracula's plan, which I like that everyone calls him out on his very flawed plan, which is like, let's kill all the humans. It's like, we're going to run out of blood, motherfucker. We live forever. We can't kill off all the humans. They're our fucking food. And he's like, no, well, I have enough stockpile. It's like, no, bro, you fucking don't. You need the fucking humans. And then them pointing out, well, why didn't you turn your wife into a vampire? She wouldn't have died if you would have done that. But so there is things in it I like. I can't stand Trevor. I love the actor that is the voice actor for him, and I just don't think it fits for Trevor. And I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't watched the
like
whole thing, but it's like I've watched parts of season 1, and he's really just like unlikable. It's just, I don't know. It's just it's weird.
It just isn't working for me. And so that's why I feel like if I read it, I would like it, but watching it, I wasn't enjoying it. And maybe I just need somebody to explain that does know about the universe and everything to explain to me things that I'm just not getting from the show. But the animation did look good. Yeah. Chief Cook, thank you, Mr. Bet. Do you guys think Andra, aka She-Ra, will be in the second season? Yes, I guarantee she's going to be a big part of the second season. And that's the character that was a ginger that they race swapped to a black chick because they can have two gingers on screen. The same thing with them, race swapping King Grayskull because you can't have two blonde hair, blue eyed white men on the screen.
Yeah, like who even thinks that? It's like, well, the fans are just sitting here thinking, oh, He-Man and Grayskull, how cool they're meeting together, and it's like you people sitting there going, whoa, wait a minute, they're both white and blonde. That's problematic. It's like these people don't live in the real
they're
world.
Related. How terrible.
Yeah.
Trencher 1375 thing that sounds like typical Russian sci-fi to me. All right, I didn't know that. That was the first Russian film that I think I've seen. And I was entertained. Like that's one thing. I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I'm entertained watching it. And that's part of entertainment. It's to entertain you. That's why it's called the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science. Let's see. Kato's collection reviews. Thank you for the super chat. It's never a good idea it's never a good idea to belittle the fans that kept the franchise alive in order to try and wrangle new folks. Exactly. Mic fucking drop moment there. I don't understand it. It's like, hey, people that have kept this thing alive when there's been no content for fucking decades, let's say F you, we want the new people that didn't care about it to begin with. It's so fucking stupid.
It's frustrating that they just keep doing it over and over again,
It really is.
If you want to do that, then make your own thing. Stop hijacking stuff and selling it on the nostalgia and then going, oh, well, it's not really for you. We're making it for some new fan base who never liked it in the first place. It's like,
it's stupid. Let me see. Here we go. Russell Hall, thank you, but have you seen a wombat? They're adorable. They are, but they're not as cute as koala bears. Let me see. I think I am all caught. Burn Virtue, thank you, Kevin said he copied. Oh yeah, I think I read that one. Sorry guys. Yes, okay. Oh, cool. I'm actually all caught up. So cool. All the future super chats, I'll be able to just highlight and read them in order. Burnt Virtue, thank you, how do you think Kevin Smith would react if someone who publicly said they used to hate watch Clerks was suddenly hired to write his next movie? I don't think he'd be okay with that. Ask him if Rian Johnson would let him, or if he would be okay with Rian Johnson writing his movie. I guarantee you'd say no. Trenton Quinn, thank you for that. What is this? Dartigan? Put it
D'Artagnan.
best. Oh, D'Artagnan. Oh my God. I can't fucking read. Oh my God, D'Artagnan.
No, wait, is that? Wait a minute. I think
That's
I
Three
got that wrong.
Musketeers. D'Artagnan is from
Dartigan.
Three Musketeers. He's the one that joins them. Finding a razor blade in my salad is subverting my expectations. D'Artagnan did not say that.
I got that wrong. It's not Dart.
I'm not going to high five you for the unexpected Band-Aid I find on my pizza. Thank you for the super chat and that silly little anecdote. Why did Kevin Smith say it was a continuation of the Filmation series? Nothing like He-Man from the cartoon, but from the comics doesn't have a class. So it's funny because they can't even use a majority of the source material. And then it's funny. He's like, it's a sequel, but then it's not a sequel.
Yeah.
No, it's D'Artagnan. He does a gaming sins channel. Oh, it's a YouTuber named D'Artagnan. Okay. I have no idea who that is. I thought you were trying to quote the Three Musketeers for me. Russell Hall, thank you for the super chat. How about Quota? They're cuter than koalas. What?
Quokka?
I don't know what that is. Let me go Google a picture of it. Let's see. Oh, these kind of look like wombats, but they're not. Oh, they're cute. They're little. They're so little. Here, I'll do a screen share for you guys. You guys want? They are cute, but I want a koala bear. Can you have these as like pets? Are you allowed to have these as pets? And oh my god, it's
What
smiling!
the heck?
Look at his little fingers. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at that one. Oh my god. Smiling. Oh my god. Is it mean though? Oh, is that supposed to be like the drop bear version? Oh look at it's smiling. Okay, I want one of these too. Okay, I want both of them. I did not know what that was until today, but I want one. Oh my god, must be CGI or something. They're like, that can't be real. Oh my god, it says baby. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's little. Oh, it's a marsupial. Well, I should have known that. It's from Australia. Oh, I want one. Okay, I'll ask Lethal to smuggle me one of those too. If we can get into 1,000 subscribers, which we are really fucking close to, guys. Lethal is at 927 subscribers, so we're really fucking close. We just need 83 people to go over and subscribe to Lethal Lightning's live channel. So go over and subscribe. That way I can, I don't know, guilt trip him into sending me these animals, and smuggling me these animals from
breaking
Australia.
international laws and
smuggle one from Tasmania. Oh, that's from Tasmania?
wow.
Aww. I just need to go visit. They're going to be like, ma'am, do you have any living creatures in your suitcase? I'll be like, no, they're in my purse. J-Lord, thank you for super chat. This is why I watch so much anime and read indie books. Self-published authors do what they want, and Japan does not care about woke culture. Also, I grew up around the animals you're talking about. Oh, really? You're from Australia? Can you smuggle me one? Can you smuggle me one? It's so cute. I want them all. Christopher, thank you for super chat. How about Sugar Glider? They are super cute and glide. Aren't those squirrels? They are cute. I don't know if I could have a pet squirrel though. Like this might be weird, but it's like there's something about squirrels that they're kind of sketchy to me. Like I'm like, you might kill me in my sleep. I don't know. Like
those sketchy squirrels.
Well, okay, so I love the movie Ice Age. Like I absolutely love the movie Ice Age. Okay, Scrat is fucking hilarious with his little acorn, but that's the thing. Squirrels are crazy. And so it's like I can deal with cute and like adorable that like guilt trips you with the puppy dog eyes and they want the food and I give them the food and like their whole life revolves around the food. I understand. I can work that kind of, human animal relationship. Squirrels are a whole nother thing. Like they're like crack addicts and they got to have their fucking crack and they tweak out if they don't get their fucking crack. And if they know you have the crack, they're going to tweak out on you. So when it comes to squirrels, like that's one pet that I'm like, you're cute. I'm not taking you home though. Right? Like I'm already crazy. I can't deal with more crazy. I can deal with cute and like guilt trippy, but the other ones I can't. Yeah, I know my crazy, insane logic. I'm sorry, guys. I am a little.
No, it makes sense. Koalas, yes. Squirrels, no. Got it.
Exactly. Let's see. Have you seen the 1989 Adventures of He-Man? I have seen them. I watched them on reruns VHS.
Oh, the new Adventures of He-Man. Is that the one he's talking about?
I think so. Am I talking about the wrong ones? Let's see.
Yeah, because there was another series in the late 80s where they tried to make it.
Did I watch these ones?
I think that's what he's talking about.
The wrong ones? Oh!
The new.
Yeah, this is the one where he had a ponytail. Okay, I have not seen all of these. I've seen bits and pieces of these, but I had the action figures for some of them. I remember because my He-Man action figure, his ponytail was cut off. And so it's like, I was like, it's weird. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. So it's these ones. Yeah, okay. I thought you guys were talking about the
original.
So this is the one you're talking about. I had this action figure, but I didn't have any of this stuff. Like I didn't have the sword, and his ponytail was not there on mine. And also his nose wasn't there either because it was like scraped across the floor, and he had chew marks on one of his legs from the dog. So it was kind of janky, but it is what it is. Ponytail He-Man. Yeah. Don't forget, yeah, that is Masters of the Universe. Drew Sturzan did a poster for that one that looks beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And it makes you think that you're gonna see the best movie ever, and then you go and watch it.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool until they go to Earth, and then
yeah, it's French He-Man. Let's see. Is Dolph Lundgren He-Man better than He-Man Revelations? Yes.
Yeah.
And that's well, because here's the thing. It's like, if you know going into it that it is it's a movie that you play drinking games to, is the nicest way for me to say it. But yes, it's better because it kind of stays true to the source material. Kind of. Chris Topher, thank you for the super chat. Sugar glider is a small nocturnal marsupial. Yeah, but it's a squirrel, right? Let's see. It's a fucking squirrel. They're crazy. All squirrels are crazy. Yeah, I know exactly what animal. Oh, it's so little. Oh, it just sits in your hand. Oh, this thing. I'm looking at it, and I feel like this must be what men think when they see like a certain type of chick. They're like, cute but crazy, right? Like that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, this squirrel would ruin my life. Like all of my paintings would get destroyed. There'd be poop on my bed, on my pillow. Like this thing is insane, but it's super fucking cute. J Lord, thank you for the super chat. We have very strict conservation laws. It is illegal to keep native animals as pets. That's why I said smuggle. And we don't have those laws in America. So if I got that to California, I just wouldn't tell people I had it. Right?
Just collecting smuggled animals in your in your garage.
Wink, wink. I'm telling you, I would love that animal more than a lot of those people. The animal would have a great fucking life at my house. I'm just saying. LOL, we have those laws. Is there a law in the United States of America, specifically in California, that says I am not allowed to not have animal X, Y, and Z? Patrick T, thank you for the super chat. Dwarf rabbits are illegal. Really? I didn't even know that there were dwarf rabbits. Why are dwarf rabbits illegal?
Rabbits?
What if your rabbit has a baby that's a dwarf? Is that all of a sudden illegal because your rabbit had a baby like that?
Is that
they're all saying yes.
About the law? Yeah.
I agree with this. We have the freedom to the pursuit of happiness. Exactly. My happiness is that I want a koala.
Smuggling animals from overseas. Keeping them in your garage.
Is it really smuggling if it just appears on my doorstep? Like, come on. What if it just appears
somebody had to smuggle it. It's aiding and abetting, I guess, right?
You need an exotic animal license. I know how to use Photoshop. I can make one of those.
You can be the Joe Exotic of California.
I think it's super sad that it is. I guess there's no laws against the whatchamacallit. Like, if they can have a fucking whole entire tiger armada, how come I can't have one little baby koala bear? I will get it its own fucking tree. I will feed it all the eucalyptus in the world. I will give it baths so it doesn't stink. I will love it. I will hold on to it. I will cuddle with it. It will have a very happy and fulfilling life with me, very full of love.
The
But then I can't have that. Oh, I said legal.
Illegal.
Thank you for the super chat. What do you mean legal?
Which one?
I know which one is legal and which one is illegal. I see you saying legal a lot. Did I read your super chat wrong? Is that what it is? Dwarf rabbits are legal. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say why would a dwarf rabbit? I don't want a rabbit. I can get a rabbit. They are all over the place. I've had rabbits. I don't want a rabbit. I want a koala bear.
Koala.
Yes.
You be the
Not
the
that
koala
anyone
queen.
really cares. I would like a kangaroo too, but I hear those fuckers are mean, so I'd rather have one that's little. Anna is legal in Australia, but Australia isn't real. Oh. That's a good point. That is a good point. Move to Florida. Carol Baskin has everything. I don't want to die. I really would not like to get eaten by a tiger.
Yeah. Get your arm ripped off or something.
Did you watch that? Do you think she killed her husband?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Totally. She totally killed her husband. Russell, I think was right. Gates McFadden can get you all the cuddly little animals you want, but there's a price. Again, it's just one. No. Thank you for the super chat. And I think I missed a couple of super chats. Let me refresh this. By the way, everyone, thank you so much. That's very kind of you. Super chats are appreciated, but they are not required. Eli, what's up, dude? Thank you for the super chat. Anna, it can be done. I'll send a koala too. Thank you. Everyone send me your koalas. Cute. Are koalas mean though? I feel like they don't look mean. They look very lazy, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with lazy animals. I don't need a hyper crazy animal. If it's just one that just wants to sleep and will let me hold it and pet it and love it, and I'll just give it treats and it's happy and it just wants the treats, like that's fine. I'm fine with a lazy fat animal. That's actually preferable. Because then if the koala is just sleeping, I could sit there and I can paint it while it's sleeping. And then I have a beautiful portrait of my koala bear. Ted comment, thanks about koalas are the dumbest creature. If you offer them leaves on a plate, they won't know how to eat them. They only know how to eat off a tree. That's fine. That means that they won't eat my fucking food. I don't think you guys understand. Dumb animals are kind of preferable. My cat just figured out how to open the mini fridge so it could get inside because it's hot. And I'm like, you fucker, I bought you a fucking fan and this whole fucking little cooling unit for you stupid deaf cat, but you're actually smart and you figured out how to open the refrigerator. I'm like, you will die in this refrigerator, you cat. But the cat, I want dumb animals that don't figure out how to open doors, that don't figure out how to open the refrigerator, that will not open up the washing machine to go lay inside the washing machine. I don't want those kind of animals. I want as stupid comes animals. Aside from my dog. My dog is okay to be smart.
You can start getting some sheep. You know, they're pretty dumb.
Oh, no. Sheep are assholes. Sheep are so fucking stupid. I don't like sheep. And they're annoying. Do koalas make noise?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They don't you know the Baba black sheep?
Yeah.
200 Watt Studio, thank you. On tomorrow's Jack show, ask the sex doll guy if you can borrow one. He has called Gate McFadden. No, but thank you for the super chat. So I don't know if you know, Steven, but me and my friends do a show called The Jack Show Thursday nights. It's a comedy show. We go kind of crazy. So someone found this guy, and so he wants to be the Hugh Hefner of the real dolls. And so he has a bunch of real dolls that he's in relationships with, and he has a YouTube channel with his real dolls. And so my friend invited him onto our show, and so he's going to be on tomorrow. It is not on my channel.
Okay. Who?
It's on Cecil's channel.
Cecil
says,
channel? Yeah, I figured.
Tomorrow at 8 p.m. we will have what I cannot remember his name. I think it's like Joe Hefner and his real dolls. It's going to be a night. He has one video of his mom where he has his mom sitting between his real dolls talking. It's going to be a night. Dan C. thinks about LO. Anna's chat is like Stewie in Family Guy. That's actually very complimentary. Thank you for the super chat. I'm sure everyone in chat appreciates it. My sister used to be able to do the Stewie voice perfectly. Let's see. I think I am all caught up in super chats. Is there anything you wanted to touch on as far as the He-Man? I feel like we had more to say.
I don't know. I mean, it's just depressing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
Mm.
I don't think I could take any more of this. You know, I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother being excited about any kind of, you know. I mean, something's got to change at some point,
Mhm.
but I think the more people just keep giving stuff a chance, it's like it's not gonna change. So I
Yeah.
don't know. It's just really frustrating when you know, like when you sit here and you watch this stuff and it's like, you know, you could do a better job, and all you can do is just sit here and watch, and it's like, ugh.
It's extremely fucking frustrating. Eli, thank you for the super chat. I'll send you a koala and a wombat from here, or here from Sydney, packaged in a basket like baby Po from Kung Fu Panda. Wombats are chubby and lazy. Oh, are they? Yeah, but wombats are big. They kind of freak me out. I need something that's little. Like, I'm a very small person, so I need something that cannot physically overpower me and bite me and do damage, or scratch me and do damage.
But aren't koalas big though? Don't they get big?
They're like this big. They're like the size of my dog.
Oh, I thought they got like real, like, I don't know. Maybe I've just only seen pictures of them. I always thought they were kind of big.
I don't know. I feel like koalas don't scare me. Like, I know that some of them are mean and they're assholes, but I feel like they're slow. And so I don't know. There's something about them, like, I can fucking take you. But I don't know. I've seen like wombats running at people, and I'm like, oh, fuck that. It's like a giant rat running at me. I'm like, I can kill a rat, but they're fucking gross. I don't know. Wombats, they're not my thing. I feel like people are trying to make wombats a thing, and they're just not going to be a thing. You know?
They are? I didn't realize.
They're trying.
People are trying to make what? They're like having them as pets or something?
It's just, I see all the time, like, people posting pictures with wombats and stuff, and I'm like, no. It's not a koala. I'm going to Google. I know you guys are telling me, Google a wombat, Anna. I'm like, I know what a wombat looks like. I've seen plenty of them. I don't like wombats. I don't think they're that cute. Like, they're trying to make it a thing, and I don't want it to be a thing. Oh, God, that thing. Even a baby wombat is ugly. I don't like the wombats. I'm sorry. Thank you for the super chat. J Lord, thank you for the super chat. Anna, why do you stop the redo of Healer reviews? Because they were getting my channel in trouble. I got in my creator studio a little thing about the right type. So you have to rate your videos before you release them, and so you have to see if there's like sexual content or like kids in it or stuff like that. So I always just put that there's mild cussing and stuff. And so that's okay for monetization. So I got a little notification saying you are improperly rating some of your videos. The two in particular were the redo of Healer ones that I did. And I was like, okay, I'm getting flagged. So I stopped, and it helped a little bit, and then my channel froze. But yeah, so I could go back and revisit them, I guess, if somebody really wants me to continue doing reviews of Redo of Healer. If you guys want me to, I will. But after the first couple of reviews, the views went down on them because I think that they were getting shadow banned. And it's really easy to check and see if a video is shadow banned. So you hold, let me show this other screen. But so if you hold your cursor over like a video, and so see how it starts playing a like a preview of it, that means the video is not shadow banned. But see how it's not on this one? This one is shadow banned. So that means it doesn't get recommended, and when it's not showing a little preview. So this video, that's why, let's see.
Okay.
The views are higher, but I think that's because there's an ass in here. So regular viewers of Lethal's channel will see it and like be like, ooh, there's an ass. But see, that one's shadow banned. That one is. That one's not. So that's how you tell if videos are shadow banned on YouTube, is if there's a preview for it or not. So if you ever have a feeling about it, that's how you check it. And sometimes if like if you request a review of it, they unshadow ban it. So I do that. So sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't. One day a video shadow ban, the next day it's not. So YouTube is very temperamental, but that's kind of why I took a break from the Redo of Healer reviews. Ted comment, thank you. Have you seen Zafrank's Absolutely True Facts about koalas video? I think you like it. No, I've never heard of that person, but thank you for the recommendation. 200 Watt Studio, thank you for the super chat. Anna, please show your Redo Warp song. No.
Your what?
Somebody did a rap. I think that's what they're trying to say, rap song. So I did a review of Redo of Healer. Do you know what that is, by the way?
No, I was gonna ask. Was it anime or something?
Yeah, so it is a anime rape porn show.
Oh, okay.
I know that sounds terrible. So it's basically this dude that's a healer, like that's his power. So I don't know too much about anime, but in this world, there's like if you're a hero, you have a very specific type of power. And so there's not very many of them. And so this guy, he's the healer, but he gets abused and raped and drugged. So that way the other heroes can control him because they're all assholes. And so he redoes time so he can go back and get their revenge on him. And so he's the only one that remembers. Well, he doesn't remember at first, and then he gets his memory back. And so it's him getting his revenge on everyone that fucked him over. And so, like, he was drugged, he was beaten, he was raped. And so he's going back and doing that to everyone else that fucked him over. So it's like it's anime rape porn, is basically it. And so he's kind of got his little harem going on. But you know what's weird is the chick that was like his mother to him, the only one that was nice to him in the world, her name was Anna. And she gets raped and dies. And I was like, of course. And then the last chick that he just added to his harem is a girl named Ellen, or he renames her Ellen, and he treats her like his sister. And I was like, that's fucking weird. Like, the only anime I watch and review, me and my sister's names are in it. I was like, that's fucking weird. But, yeah, so then someone named Lord Finatra, he took my review and did a remix rap video of me talking about it, because in the one scene where the main chick that, like, she's the one that imprisoned him and had him raped and beaten and addicted to drugs, he finally gets his revenge on her. And so there's one scene where he's like, you can either have my rod, or he has this rod that he's stuck in the fire and it's all burning. He's like, which one do you want? Because to her, it'd probably be preferable to have the one that's going to burn her than his, because she looks down on him like, oh, I'm a princess and you're beneath me. And so I was like, shove that fucking rod up that cunt's ass. Like, just fucking do it. I was like, she had you beaten, raped, and drugged. Like, this bitch is a fucking cunt. Shove that rod up that bitch's ass. And I said that in my review, and so somebody took that and made a rap song out of it. Made a rap video over and over again. So, yeah.
Yeah,
that exists. That's out there on the internet, which is why I'm happy about the internet. Also, everyone, probably going to end the stream soon because we have talked about this for almost 3 hours now. Which, thank you, Steven, for hanging out for so long.
Thank you.
I want to get my friend Lethal's channel up to 1,000 subscribers. So we were at 937. So out of the 651 people that are here, if you guys could, the kindness of your hearts, go and subscribe to my friend Lethal Lightning's channel. This is his live stream channel. And so this is where he re-uploads his live streams, which are a lot of fun. If you don't live in Australia, you're probably going to miss it when he actually does go live on his main channel. So this is the place where if you want to catch his live streams, I'm subscribed to it. I've been on a few of his live streams. If you ever, want to see me on other people's channels, sometimes it's easier to subscribe to their live channels. That way it's like, oh, look, there's Anna, because it's always random when I appear, because it's kind of hard for me to schedule being on there because of my crazy sleep schedule. So go over, subscribe to Lethal's live channel, so that way we can get it up to 1,000 subscribers. Pressing the subscribe button is 100% free, doesn't cost you anything. And let's get this guy up to 1,000 subs. There's 633 people in here. Let's go get this up there. So let's see if it's gone up at all. Holy shit, 946 people. Thank you. I really want to get this up to 1,000 before I end my live stream. He's going live now. Oh, well, even better. Then once that live stream is over, we can get this one up to 1,000. So that way you guys will be able to check it out. It'll actually come up unrecommended. Let's see. Russell, thank you for that. Whatever happened to a good old-fashioned DP? I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
Thank you for the super chat. Serena Storm, thank you for the super chat. First time I saw the side of the shaved head was Cher Lloyd in her with your love vid in 2011, and she looks real pretty. Then the gross SJW women take it and run with it. Oh shit, I didn't know that. Let me Google that. So it's Cher Lloyd.
I don't even know.
Well, see, that's the thing. If you're gonna do like a masculine type of haircut, you have to be very feminine. That's what I was talking about, like the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she does look very feminine. Okay, so it's Share Your Love music video. Yeah, with your love. Okay. Yeah, this girl is extremely girly. Let's see if I can find the video. I don't even know who this is. Let's get that on the YouTube and let's mute. Okay, let's get this up. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. So off topic. Okay, so this is the music video. Yeah, she does have the shape. This is 2011. Oh my gosh, you can tell by like. Yeah, see, she looks extremely feminine. So it's like if you're gonna do something edgy like that, you have to balance it out with something else. Like I said, Miley Cyrus, very, very girly. When she did the shaved sides of her heads and like the Justin Bieber thing, the thing is she's extremely feminine, so it worked. Also, she had a round face, so it slimmed her in a way, and it made her. I think that looked perfect on her. But I get it. She's tired of the short hair. She wants long hair again. Okay, yeah. See this. I don't really like it on her. I think she would look better if both sides of her hair had hair, but this looks a lot better than the Teela shit. Right? Also, my thing, when electric razors don't exist in your universe, how are you maintaining that haircut?
Yeah.
For Teela, you know?
I don't even understand like the logic behind it. Like, why would she shave her? Like, why would she
just
shave
to do
her
something
hair?
edgy and different?
Yeah, it's He-Man, man. It's not 2021.
I know.
It's like it's supposed to be foreign. It's supposed to be crazy. It's like, it's not supposed to look like the modern world.
Well, that's why with like what's her name, Vanestra from the High Republic, it's like you gave this chick a basic bitch ponytail. Yeah. I'm like, look at Leia, look at Padme, look at all the other women in Star Wars. None of them had basic bitch haircuts. Even the men. It's supposed to be abnormal because it's not us. It's not reality. It's science fiction. It's supposed to be a little off. That's the point. That's the aesthetic you're going for, or you should be going for if you want us to make a believable character in the universe. If you give a character a basic bitch ponytail like I have right now, I'm not believing it. It takes me out of that fantastical world you're trying to immerse me in. Ted Comment, thank you for the super chat. What's the name of the anime they are asking you to review again? Redo of Healer. Redo of Healer. That is the anime. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Okay, guys. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, that's just like one thing, and just I get the feeling that's kind of stuff that Kevin Smith and the people writing the show, they looked at that and said, "Oh, it's a silly. Let's make it more down to earth." And it's like, no, it's supposed to be outlandish. That's what made it special,
Exactly, and I mean so many girls did the Princess Leia buns because of Star Wars. Like George Lucas even said that he purposely did that to make it stand out, to make it different, to make people look at it.
Right.
And that is Princess Leia buns. Any other girl has buns on the side of the head, It's not, oh, she's wearing 2 buns. That's Princess Leia's hair.
Exactly.
You know, it's that iconic. So why would you do something that's so basic and bitchy? Basic bitchy. That's what I should say. Brianna Lee, exactly. This is what happens when you hire writers who don't understand the source material or the lore. Exactly. Yep. And that's happened in Star Trek, Star Wars, He-Man, almost every IP that's being remade. Heck, even in fucking Alien and in Predator. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Right.
So, guys, we have been going for almost 3 hours. I wanted to get my friend Lethal Lightning's channel up to 1,000 subscribers before we ended the stream. Steven, I didn't know how long you could hang out. I do have to leave. This live stream has to end at 4:30 because I have to go somewhere. It's my day to take my princess to the beach. So we're taking my baby to the puppy beach today. And she's going to be so happy. And she's going to come home and be so mad at me because I have to give her a puppy bath. But hopefully she'll be so tired from the beach that she'll just sit there when I give her a bath. This is a ritual that we do every other week, and it just has to happen. And so have to get there, have to leave the house at 4:30. So this live stream has to end before then. But thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I'm trying to get my friend Lethal Lightning channel up to 1,000 subscribers. He's at 952 subscribers. So, again, he interviews porn stars on this channel. He does a show called The Full Aussie. This is where he re-uploads it to. So if you miss it because you're not on Australia time, this is the place to go check it out. He is awesome. He makes great content. If you like harsh Australian humor, this is the place to go. And he's an awesome guy. So it is 100% free to click the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. It doesn't cost you anything. And you're going to get a nice surprise if you've never seen his content and you actually want entertainment. This is the place to go. So go smash the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. Let me see. We are very, very close to 1,000 subscribers. I think with the 559 people here, we can do it. We can do it. Hopefully. So everyone, let's try. Let's try. And I'm spamming the chat right now with links to the stream. So if you just click the link that's in the stream, make it happen. Steven, have you created a YouTube channel yet?
Yeah, I don't have too much on it, but well, I have two. I have an art channel, and then I have my kind of like a personal channel.
You should link it so that way I could have put it in the description. Put it in the private chat, and I can put it in.
Okay.
Interviews XX stars, doesn't know TP. I don't know what is DP. Am I missing something?
I don't know. I saw Cecil in the chat. He said, "Don't look it up."
Oh God, I don't want to look it up. Okay, guys, I know what a porn star is. Also, it's well, I mean, he interviews these girls, and he interviews the director, and I mean, for all of you, I don't know if you guys all were following all the Captain Marvel drama. Well, then Axel did a porn parody of Captain Marvel with Kinsey, and the poster that looks like a fucking Captain Marvel movie more than the one with Brie Larson. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is your main channel?
That's the yeah, it's like the personal one, and then
okay, you should have told me.
Here's the art channel.
Guys, okay, so Steven has been my wonderful co-host for today. So if you guys want to go and subscribe to Steven, this is the link for his channel. He's at 25 subscribers. So let's get that up. If you guys enjoyed my conversation with Steven, this is the place to go subscribe to him. DP means double penetration. Got it. Yeah, that's well, I mean, he kind of does that in Redo of Healer because at one point he does man it. It doesn't show it, but it's implied that he has 2 dicks. Like he grows another dick so he can fuck 2 girls at once.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, this stuff. Porn is it's not for the weak. I don't know. What am I going for with that sentence? What is it called? There's a phrase which what is it? Weak stomached, I guess. Oh. But yeah, so that is what that show is about. I'm dropping Steven's channel in the stream for everyone. This is his channel. You've got a couple videos on here. They fly now. One day ago. How come you never share this on Twitter? I mean, I never see.
No, well, because I have 2 channels, and then I took these videos off because that's like my art channel now. So I just re-uploaded these like yesterday.
Let me get your
the second link is the art channel.
Okay. Open link, a new tab. Let me get it up. Sorry. Okay, so this is your other channel. So Stephen Wayne Art.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember your Ahsoka video. I remember you posting that, and I watched that on Twitter. What the heck is going on? My whole screen just turned blue. So go subscribe to Stephen's 2 channels, and I will put those in the description of the stream once it is done processing after I end the stream.
Thank you.
Nightmare X123. Thank you for that. Teela is so hot. I was so turned watching Adam get her face smacked around by it in Revelations. What? All right.
What?
Teela their own. Thank you for the super chat. I don't understand. Anna Innocence. I guess so. Thank you. Let's see. So you're at 128 subscribers on your art channel, and then where's your other channel? There it is. Let me get those right next to each other. And you're at 34. Let's try to see if that went up. Let's see. Anna EVS is going to be on Chrissy Mayer at 6 p.m. Oh, okay, cool. Everyone go check that out. Go check out Chrissy's channel. So guys, let's get Steven up as well. Again, if you guys like our conversation on here and you want to see Steven in more places aside from on my channel and on Twitter, here is the link for his main channel. Go check that out. This minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah, that one's just a clip of it was just a clip of George Lucas talking about Star Wars.
And this one is you commentary?
Yeah, I did that one when the when the Rise of Skywalker came out. So yeah, I haven't put up any new stuff in a while. So, but I'm working on it.
Okay, let me see, Leo Slayer. Let's see. How long ago was this? Because I think I got yours from earlier. Yeah, I went back and I read it. Leo Slayer, thank you for the super chat. Who needs Coca when can get a raccoon Anna? No. And yes, you are right. I did miss that one. Sorry about that. No, fuck the raccoons. No. Cecil, watch that stream with EBS and Chrissy. Oh God. Yeah, no. But everyone, go sub to both of Steven's channels. Let's get those up there so that way. Oh, hey, there we go. 42.
Cool.
All right. I will link both of these in the description of this video once it goes live. Let's see if you guys want to see some awesome art that Steven does. Go and check out his art channel as well. Oh, it looks like Chrissy is already live. So I guess Ethan is on with her now. So we can go raid that chat, everyone. And then, guys, holy shit. Lethal is so close, guys. Please help me get Lethal up to 1,000. That was my goal for the stream. You guys are awesome. We have 495 people watching. Let's get that up before we go. And then we're going to all go and raid Chrissy's chat with Ethan. So everyone, please help me get my friend up to 1,000 subscribers. It is completely free to click the subscribe button. Ring the bell for notifications. Let's do this. Oh my gosh, guys, so close. Please. I really want this koala, and I need a bargaining thing. And if I can hold over his head that I helped him, then I could maybe possibly get my fucking koala bear. My real koala bear, not a stuffed koala, a real fucking koala bear. He is Australian. Oh, it is some other guy. EVS is later. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Well, then you guys can all go over to Chrissy's. And we're still going to rate her anyway because Chrissy is awesome. And she interviewed me over on her channel. And so that one, I think I think that one was like a actually pretty popular video on her channel. So that was nice. That was very complimentary. I was like, oh yay, people liked the interview. Nightmare X123, thank you for that. Autocorrect sex. Teela was smacking Adam around with his dick. Yeah. Cecil, EVS is 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay, what time is that in the rest of the world time, like Pacific Standard Time? I don't know.
I'm terrible with time zones.
Yeah. Let's see. So close. Holy crap, guys! I only need 20 more subscribers to get Lethal up to 1,000. Please, out of the 470 people, please go over and subscribe to Lethal's channel. Please help me get my koala bargaining. I need to hold this over his head so I can get my fucking koala bear. I'm going to make Lethal Lightning smuggle me a koala from Australia to California. So please help me make this happen. I need something to hold over his head. We only need 20 people to go over and click the subscribe button. Less than 20 people. We only need 18 people. Come on, out of the 465 people here, please go help me get this. I got you up to 980. Thank you. And if you guys want to watch any of the streams that I did with Lethal, it's been a while, so let me scroll back a bit. But I am on some of these. I don't know if they put my name in the title or not, but I have been in some of these. Let's see if you can even highlight some of them. It'll show if I'm here. But I have been in plenty of these. So if you guys want a nice surprise guest on there. Oh, there we go. What is this? Is this me? Oh, is it a clip? Oh, look, it's me and Drunk. Look, there's me and Drunk 3PO. See, I've been on this channel before. I guess I went back and watched a clip of it. But if you guys want to see me hang out with my Australian friends sometimes and guilt trip them into trying to smuggle me a koala bear, this is the channel to do it. Please help me get it up to 1,000 subscribers. Let's hit a refresh on here. Sorry, Steven.
No, it's all right. No problem.
Guys, we only need 8 more
boy.
people. 8 more people. Let's do it. Guys, come on. I need my fucking koala.
Need that koala bear.
I just need 8 more people. Please and thank you. Let's see. George, thank you for the super chat. Teela's mom is sorceress. He-Man's mom is human astronaut. Crash landing on Eternia. Skeletor was a good guy in one He-Man 86 episode. So much content to mine from the original, and they effed it up. Unbelievable. Seriously. And this whole thing about, also, by the way, thank you for the super chat. The whole thing about, what Sarah Michelle Gellar was saying, there's never strong female characters in the original. It's like, bitch, are you fucking stupid? Well, she didn't watch the show. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I love you as Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but you really need to shut up when you're trying to pitch a show because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. All right, let's see. We're so close. Oh my God, guys, 4 more people. 4 more people to get it up to 1,000. Please help me get my bargaining for a koala bear. Also, he makes great content. If you guys just want something to watch in the background and you want to laugh, The Full Aussie is the best show to do that with because if you like crude Australian humor, this is the place to go. If you want to see them interview porn stars that do porn parodies of Marvel movies and do it better than Marvel does, this is the place to do it. Bye. Fine, Cecil. What the fuck do you want? Let's see. Are we close? Yes! 1,000 subscribers! Yay! Thank you so much, everyone, for subscribing to my friend Lethal Lightning's live channel. You guys did it. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to take a screenshot, and hopefully I can use this as my koala bargaining. I'm actually going to go tweet about it right now. Here we fucking go. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are awesome. I'll try to wake up for the next Full Aussie and go and bug him about my fucking koala bear. So I'm going to tweet about this and say, thank you everyone for coming and showing up for the stream. We talked about He-Man. This is actually going to be uploaded onto my live stream channel. And this is my bargaining tactic to get me a koala. So fingers crossed I can guilt trip this Australian boy to smuggle me a koala. But Steven, any closing statements?
No, I think we covered it all. Thank you for having me on, and congratulations to you on your 200,000?
Yes,
now?
200,000. Thank
Cool.
you. It's exciting. My channel was frozen for a while, and so now it finally started moving again. So I'm like, yes.
Cool. Yeah, I remember watching your, I think the first video with your Last Jedi review, and had like 50 views. It's like come a long way, right?
Thank you. That's very kind of you. Yeah, I'm at 201,925. So hopefully I'll be at 202 soon. Nice. But it has been a very, very crazy ride, and I'm very, very grateful for everyone's support in this, because I couldn't do this by myself, unless I was, insane and decided to make 200,000 accounts, which I don't think Google would allow. But I really appreciate everyone. It really means the world to me. And it's been fun having these, little live streams with you talking about He-Man. We'll have to do it again the next time some crazy fucking shit happens and Kevin Smith opens his mouth.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is fun.
Well, thanks for coming on. And everyone, make sure that you are subscribed over to Steven's channel. So this is Steven's main channel. Are you going to be covering like Star Wars news and stuff, or other things as well?
Yeah, probably. I just been tied up in stuff lately. I was actually working on a video about He-Man and Kevin Smith. And
Oh, there you
so
go.
I might have that uploaded tonight or tomorrow.
Onto this channel. So if you go, the channel is Steven the Illustrator. I put the link in the chat. Also, Steven is an artist. He and I actually went to the same college. This is a link to his art channel. So if you want to see like a cool like time lapse, are you just going to be like doing time lapses on here? Of like,
Yeah, it'll mostly probably well, I might start doing some like instructional videos or something, tutorials.
Okay. So this is you coloring your Ahsoka drawing that you did. So if you guys want to see stuff like that, if you're interested in digital art, this is the place to go. But everyone, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for the great conversation about this whole madness with He-Man. This will be re-uploaded on my secondary channel, that Star Wars Girl Live. If you don't know where that is, just type in that Star Wars Girl Live and you will find it. Thank you, Steven, so much for coming on and being my co-host. And thank you, everyone in the chat, for helping me get my friend's channel up to 1,000 subscribers, so that way I could guilt trip him into smuggling me a koala bear. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Go raid someone. Deuces.
I'll tell you where I thought I came in the forest, when the lightsaber goes like this and flies off. I said, oh, what a great entrance. Ah! Ray caught it? She hasn't even been to